Hello and welcome to the Nationwide Tracking System V8 Evolution Championship. 12 rounds which have taken us from round 1 at Zolder to Silverstone, Monza, Phillip Island. Here now to cover Mt Panorama Top 10 Shootout, which will produce the grid for round 13. From wherever you are watching, we hope you enjoy it. I'm Simon Chadwick, will be the host this evening in the commentary box for the Top 10 Shootout. Huge shout out to our Season 2 major sponsor, Nationwide Tracking System. We're in fact here with Craig from NTS. Craig's not only part of the NTS family, but also an avid sim racer that's been racing in this series. How you doing, Craig?
Yeah, good, Chad. Yeah, great to be here in the commentary booth tonight.
Fantastic. Incredible championship so far. Overall thoughts on this series from a major promoter's perspective?
Well, look, it's been an incredible series, and we've had a fantastic response from people from both within and outside the sim racing community, and it's really blown us away. So we couldn't be happier with the reception we've received in relation to the series and the business NTS and all the sponsors. I think have that are involved have really contributed, and we appreciate their participation as well.
Yeah, absolutely. You're obviously looking for a return on investment, mate. How was the worked out for the NTS team?
Well, look, the main goal, Chad, from day one was always to build the brand awareness, and we thought that one of the best ways to do that in this day and age is by increasing our digital media footprint. So, look, we had certain goals in mind, and we first discussed the sponsorship with JP, and let him know what we wanted to achieve, and such as increasing our followers and engagements with the followers. And look, we've achieved all the goals that we set out.
That's
That we set out
fantastic.
for ourselves. Yeah, and it's just a case now of really keeping the momentum going.
Yeah, you're right. The digital media footprint is such a huge thing now that 2020 and what we're going through, the pandemic and everything else. So I guess the ultimate question is, can we expect NTS guys for season 3?
Yeah, well, look, in light of the great results that we've had, Chad, we've had and we've also had some pretty positive discussions with JP in relation to next season, and we're really happy with what's in store. And I'm happy to say that NTS will be on board for season 3, and we're really looking forward to it. Can't wait.
Oh, awesome. So good to hear. So yourself, Craig, you've been competing in each week top 20. How have you found mixing with the boys?
Well, I've got to tell you, look, to be honest with you, at the start of the season, mate, it was just all about getting into the top split,
Yep.
and it's been pretty tough. It's a really, really competitive series. The top split guys are consistent. They're fast. They put a lot into the sport, and mate, I'm just trying to survive out there each week. And as a matter of fact, I had a chat to the lads in comms a few weeks back. I think it was Phillip Island, and up until that race, I'd actually never overtaken anybody. I was just waiting for
Oh,
people to
wow.
fall off the track in
Yep.
front of me. So just get out there, do the laps, try and stay out of trouble, and pick up a few spots. And so, look, I'm thrilled to be where I am. A little bit of luck involved, I must say.
Hey, that's nothing wrong with that, especially some of the guys are doing anywhere from 5 to 15 hours a week of practice. It's insane the amount of hours that people are putting
Oh,
in, but you
incredible.
can see that, the hours you put in do work out in the end.
Yeah,
And the mount,
absolutely.
yeah, and the mountain itself, Mount Panorama, how are you traveling with it?
Well, look, it's a bit of a story in itself. Knocked over a fair bit of practice this week, about 150 laps, all of them on a
Wow.
56-degree track, which we thought was going to be quali, and I was way off the pace, mate, a good second and a half. So I was all prepared for split 2, and then JP does what JP does. He throws a grenade, and we turn up for pre-quali last night, and it's 36 degrees. So I don't know, mate, the car came alive. I managed a PB, and didn't finish too far off Todd, so I find myself in split 1 amazingly, and so I'm more than happy, man.
Congratulations. Yeah, I guess
Yeah,
half the guys at 95 Simsport are doing the same thing. If they make it in split 1, that's an achievement in itself, and finishing off races is even better, and keeping the car clean. And
yeah.
any highlights from season 2?
Look, personally, I'd have to say Imola was a great race. Just scraped into split 1 in there. In that one, I think I was 32nd or something, and of course we had that very, very early
Yeah.
safety car came out, and I think everyone stayed out, and Cameron Veacock and myself came in for a very early pit stop, and managed to go the distance. And I think I came away with a 14th there, and I think Cameron went on to a podium, I think, or something from memory.
Bloody
It
hell,
was
that's achievement and a half in itself.
yeah. So mate, that was a real buzz, that race. And I think from the NTS perspective, we only kicked off our Facebook page about 3 months ago, and we've got a great following now, some loyal followers, and cracked 10,000 engagements in a week. So great highlight.
Oh, that's perfect. Any special mentions?
Mate, just JP, all the work he does, unbelievable. It's a dead set full-time job, mate. So fantastic. All the other sponsors, and of course the commentary team and all our followers.
Yeah, awesome. Well, thank you very much, and appreciate everything you do for us. And hey, whilst you're here, can you care to join us for the shootout?
Why not, mate? Hang around. That sounds great. I'll just grab my popcorn.
Perfect. Sounds good to me. So we've currently got Riley Simons out at the track.
Yeah, I know Riley's been doing a lot of work, Chad. He's been in the rooms when I've been out there, and his goal was to crack the top 10 for the shootout, so he's done a great job.
Mate, he's made it in, and I made it top 10 last season, and hey, I went from 10th to 4th, so anything could happen at this stage, that's for sure.
I suppose it's just getting in, mate, isn't it? And once you're there, anything can happen.
Yeah, that's it. Especially on a partly cloudy, 26-degree air temp and 27 track temp. It's beautiful out there. Should be real nice for the tyres.
Great conditions, mate. And I don't know if Riley would have done a lot of work at 26 degrees, but he'll be lapping it up for sure.
To be fair, I don't think many of us have we?
No. Okay, here we go. Sporting a pretty nice livery there, Chad.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Unfortunately, it's not loading for me.
It's the old 2017 Sandown by the looks of it.
Yep. Now it's loading for me.
Yeah, fantastic. Just coming up to Griffin's Bend. Nice and tight.
Yeah, look, this one's definitely got to be a tight one just to get that exit out of there and get some speed.
It really is. Carry the speed through there. It's very tough.
Definitely. The cutting and then down to second gear going through here. Quick shift to third over the hump.
Easy to get squirrely there.
Oh, just a bit. And then the walls come up very close, maybe a bit too close for your liking sometimes, don't they?
Well, they certainly do, mate. And you want to hit that grate, and he looks like he really nailed the grate there, which opened up the corner.
Yeah, looks like he might have got a bit of contact there on the wall, but that's okay. It should come up with 0 times.
He might have got away with that. That's fantastic as we come down into the dipper.
Yeah, look, Riley started off with the back end of top split for a couple of rounds, and he's just really come alive. It's been amazing to watch, actually.
There've been a few guys that have done that, Chad, and yeah, Riley, absolutely. He's consistently into the top 10 these days.
Which is awesome to see. Just going down to Conrod straight at the moment. They're nearly hitting the rev limiter there, which is not too bad for the race. They'll be able to have some nice slipstream.
Yeah, just through the chase, about 290 kilometres per hour.
Oof, that's moving, isn't it?
Certainly is, mate. Down to Murray's, I tell you, this is a tough corner, Chad. Easy to get a bit of understeer going around here.
Oh, but it's good fun though, isn't it?
Not one of my favourites.
No, he's definitely done a clean lap there. It'll be interesting to see what he comes up with. He's done a 207.2, so pretty decent bank lap. Riley, you there, mate?
I'm here.
How'd you go? How was it?
Yeah, it's a reasonable lap. I managed to run wide a couple of times across the top, but pretty stoked to be in it, to be honest with you. I didn't think I was going to make it with the pace I was cutting today, but
anything can happen, right?
That's right.
So 207.2, how do you feel you go with the top 10? You've banked a lap, you've got it in.
I think it's probably be the back end of the 10, but pretty happy just to complete the lap, to be honest with you. lot of pressure for one lap, but managed to get it done.
Yeah, mate, that's it. Everyone's watching you. Thank you
Here
and
we
good
are.
luck.
Back with Trent here, Chad. Making his way up Mountain Straight.
Awesome.
Seem to get around Griffins pretty smoothly after the cutting. That's a purple sector, mate.
Oh, beautiful. That's what you want to see.
Absolutely.
If you can just get through Solomon Park and Skyline, you should be able to get it done and dusted. You can see the rubber on the track already. It's starting to build up.
Just a little lift across the top. There seemed to be a fair bit of grip for Riley in the dipper. That's
Another purple sector.
Yeah, look at that. Wow.
Beautiful.
He's on fire.
Yeah, he is, definitely. Trent Gosley's currently 10th in the championship. He's on average position of 13th with 1 DNF. So to be in the top 10 is definitely a up there. It's awesome to see.
Chad, he's another one that's really put on a fair bit of speed throughout the series.
Yeah, he really has. He's 10th with 1,357 points.
Wow, that's 3 in a row, mate. 3 purples.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, expecting a really good time here.
So there's 2 greens in there as well for him. So we should see a decent lap out of it.
Well, this is what you've got to do, Chad, isn't it? You just get in that top 10. Anything can happen.
Yeah, that's it. Oh, beautiful. 206.877 for him.
Yeah.
Trent, we've got you.
Yep, copy.
How'd you go, mate? How was it?
I'm actually pretty happy with that, actually. Like, I probably could have pushed a bit harder, but I just made sure I'd done a clean lap, so it wasn't too bad.
Mate, you kept it off the walls. That's all that matters at this time.
Definitely.
Well, good luck for the race, and we'll speak to you tomorrow.
Thank you, mate. I just want to thank WP Concreting, Snap-on Blacktown, and Perpetual Carrot and Daniel Stevens for this awesome paint job, mate. Thank you.
No worries at all. Look, without them, we can't race, can we?
Exactly.
Thanks, Trent. Speak to you tomorrow.
Thank you, mate.
Good stuff, eh, Chad? We've got Darren Colville now out on track. Just started his first lap.
These are commentators, Jamie and Ben's teammate, I believe.
Certainly is. James always gets a bit of a mention each week, but look, he is a very, very handy driver.
Oh, mate, isn't he ever? I've been racing with him all this season, and he's a tough one to crack, that's for sure. He can defend well and attack just as good. That's a purple straight up for him as well, so it's a very good start.
Yeah, Chad, you've mixed it with Darren. I think that's a really good point about Darren. He's a very tough competitor. I don't see him too much out on track, but I know that you've had quite a few battles with him as he moves across the top of the mountain.
Yeah, mate, he can hold his own, that's for sure. Doesn't make the car too wide, but just enough to get in the way, that's for sure. So Darren's actually currently another purple for Darren there as well. So it's fantastic start. It's 2 purples and a green. He's currently running 6th in the championship. His average position is 12th.
Yeah, really consistent.
Right.
Just noticed he dropped it down to first gear coming into Forest Elbow there, Chad. Is that something that you would do?
Probably not, to be honest, but if he's had too much speed, it will definitely pull the car up just to get a nice entrance onto Mountain Straight. And you can definitely hear he did get a good exit. He's nearly on full rev limiter there.
Yeah.
And that's another purple sector as well, so clearly it worked.
I'll tell you, I'm pretty impressed with the standard of driving in this shootout so far, mate.
Oh, mate, it's been clear. Definitely coming into Murray's corner, and what's he got? 206.3. That's a very solid time. So take it away there, Craig.
Hey Darren, fantastic lap. That is a 2:06.32, and that kind of puts you at the top of the table at the moment.
Cheers for that, mate. I'm pretty happy with the lap.
Yeah, you're certainly punching out a few PBs as you're running around the mountain there. Personal thoughts on the run?
No, it was a good clean run. I was pretty consistent. Didn't miss any apexes, so yeah, I'm pretty happy. So
Yeah, look, mate, that is a good time, and be very interesting to see how you go. But I think you might be up towards the pointy end, mate. So the best of luck tonight, and of course for the race tomorrow.
thank you very much. Fingers crossed.
Cheers, Dan.
Thanks, mate.
Marty Hansen on his run. Just coming into Griffin's Bend at the moment.
Yeah, a little wide there, Chad.
Just slightly, but just enough to get the power down. It's not an issue just yet. So Marty Hansen's running his original Simrigs livery. Oh, he's just joined a new team, is Taipan Racing. So if everything goes well, I assume we'd see him in Season 3.
Yeah, look, I think he'll definitely be a starter. I think most of the top 10 will be back, which is great to see.
Yeah, for sure. They put so much time in it. Why not, eh?
Exactly right. You got through the tipping ice.
So there's 3 sectors. And just hit another purple sector.
Yeah, nice exit out of Forest Elbow there.
Beautiful, a bit cleaner. And well, let's just listen to the V8, see if we can hear him hit the rev limiter. Very close, teetering there for sure. That chase is scary when you're on full power, that's for sure.
Very tough.
It was near perfect entry there, going through the chase. If he gets to
Carried a lot of
Murray's
speed.
corner, yeah, gets Murray's corner right, he definitely might be up the top end there. Nearly missed the apex a little, but puts him at 2:06.6. So we'll bring him up aboard and see how he went with it. Marty, 2:06.6, how'd you go, mate?
Hello?
Hey,
Yep.
we got you there, mate.
Hi guys, how's it going?
Good, how about yourself? How was it?
Yeah, it was good, mate, it was good.
No, it just looked like you had a little bit of a moment going through Murray's corner, but other than that, it puts you in second place.
Oh, nice, okay. It felt a bit skatey sort of thing, so, but no, I'm pretty happy with it.
Oh, good to hear. Well, looking forward to speak to you tomorrow, and good luck.
Absolutely. Thanks, guys.
Catch you
Thanks,
tomorrow.
mate.
Cheers, mate.
See you, boys.
But Chad, now we've got Alex Court out on track. Of course, Alex
He's
right up
running
on
the
end.
2004 Holden Racing Team Commodore.
All right.
2014, apologies.
And I know Alex has been putting in a lot of hours this week. It's a pretty important race for him.
Has he ever? And look, when you're a third place with, 1,683 points, you're there. He's at 3 pole positions this season, actually. 3 points behind second. So you can't say he's there. He's definitely there. And 47 points separating top 3. So it's anyone's game tomorrow, that's for sure.
Yeah, look, I know this is a big one for Alex, and he works closely with Laz, and I know they do a lot of telemetry together. So
Yep.
hopefully he's got something special for us in this lap. He's looking really good down through the S's and
He's
nicely through the dipper.
He's looking very
got good
clean. Smooth on that throttle as well.
Yeah, that was great.
And that's a purple sector for him as well. So
Yeah,
bit
wow.
of squirrely,
Really,
but
really struggled to pull that up.
yeah, but he did. Hey,
He looked like he got away with it. Here we go. He'd be looking for 290 down here.
oh, for sure.
Fantastic. He'll move to the left here. He'll open up.
Hits
Here we go.
288 max, and just on the rev limiter as well. So he definitely got a nice, decent exit out of there.
Yeah, very nice through the chase. Uses all the track. One to go.
Murray's corner. This is
Yeah, I don't know
killer
about you,
here.
Chad, but feel a lot of pressure there.
Oh,
Just
for sure.
a lot of pressure. Here we go.
Oh, 206.559 puts him in second place.
Hey,
Alex.
G'day, Alex.
Hey guys, how are we?
Yeah, mate, look, beautiful there. 206.559 puts you on the second step at the moment. How'd you go with the lap?
I'm not happy with it. I would have liked to have dropped into the fives, but it is what it is. So yeah, just get ready for the race tomorrow, and yeah.
A little bit squirrel into Forest Elbow, which might have cost you a little bit of time, but with a full tank and 27-degree track, it's not the easiest. And a hot lap, it's hard out there, isn't it?
That's right. Yeah, as I was coming into I don't know where it is, where the Dick Smith signs are, I made a brake bias change, so that sort of screwed me up a little bit as well.
Well, good luck tomorrow, and we'll speak to you then.
Thanks a lot, guys.
Thanks, Alex.
Thanks, mate. Chad, we've just got James Anderson, who's just hit up Mountain Straight, and I think he made a little bit of a meal of hell corner, so it'd be interesting to see how that impacts on the lap time.
Well, hopefully he got away with it, but we'll see. He's just locking up the front there slightly, so as what Colt was saying, the brake bias does play a huge factor in the Bathurst, that's for sure, especially with a full tank and freshish tyres.
I think so, Chad, and really easy to overdrive these cars when they've got a full tank. I don't know whether that's what's going on here at the moment, but I'll be really interested to see what James' time is.
Well, he just got a purple sector.
Yeah, wow, so there you go. Sometimes it pays to throw the car around.
That's it. It's so smooth through there, though. He was just... throttle control is intense.
Yeah, he really pulled that back this lap.
Yeah, he did. So just gone through Forest Arrow down Conrod Straight. So we noticed Court got to... Yeah, he did.
He got down around there a lot smoother than Alex, didn't he?
Yeah, and Alex got 288 kilometers an hour. And same thing as Anderson, 288. So it must be the rev limiter that's restricting them there.
Yep.
So coming out a beautiful exit will get you about 288 Ks on rev limiter. And once again, Murray's corner, you really got to pull the car up to get a beautiful, smooth exit out of there, don't you?
And gently on the accelerator.
Yeah. Oh, 206.362 for Anderson. So it puts him on the second step, pushes Court to third, Hansen fourth.
That might have been the lap that could have been, mate.
Definitely could have been. James, you got there, mate?
Yeah, I'm here.
Hey, James, that was what I thought was a good recovery. You got into a little bit of trouble there at Hell Corner.
Oh yeah, just probably being a little bit too ambitious on the brakes into turn one. But yeah, when that time came up at the end there, I was a bit surprised considering the start of the lap.
Yeah, across the top of the mountain, mate, was really, really nice. So what were your own thoughts?
Oh yeah, that's good. Obviously the main goal was to get into the 10, so I took that one off, and yeah, we'll just see how the order shapes up at the end.
Great effort. I'm sure you're going to be at the pointy end, and best of luck for tomorrow's race.
Awesome, thank you.
Cheers.
So Craig, we've got Laz here. He's running the 2014 Hold Racing Team Commodore livery. It's the same as his teammate Court.
Yeah, look, and I tell you, I think Laz's season has been a little up and down, but wow, what potential this guy has.
Oh, hasn't ever. He's currently running 7th, so his average position actually has been 12th, and my God, Laz, you know, he is someone that will give you a car with no more, no less than a mil. He is someone that will definitely get in there and give you heat, that's for sure.
Yeah, I think we can expect a really big performance from him season 3. A little out of luck this season, but
Absolutely.
he's looking pretty good as we speak.
Yep, that's it.
Ooh, pulling that up nicely.
Yeah, just going through the dipper. Both.
Down to the elbow.
Yeah. And that was a purple sector as well. A little bit shallow on the coming through there, but that's okay. On the entry, yeah. Yep.
Yeah, it was, wasn't he?
But again, he could...
Get out of it. Oh, all right, he seemed to come out really well.
Yeah. I just love the blue on this car. It's beautiful, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, it's a great looking car.
I believe it's called Chameleon Blue, and a little bit shaky through there.
Wow, he just got away with that. Using all the
What's
track.
amazing? No one's done an off track. I've just done the commentator's curse.
The standard of driving, as I said earlier, Chad, it's been quite impressive.
Yeah, that's amazing, isn't it? And that was a purple sector and a 2060.
Wow.
Puts him on the top step. That is beautiful. 3/10 from second. That is a drive and a half right there.
Let's have a chat to him. Laz, that was an excellent lap. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I could have done a bit better.
Well, mate, at this point in time, you're right at the front of the field. So we noticed that you were getting some good entries and exits out of the corners.
Yeah, it was full on, but I made a couple little errors here and there, but there was at least another couple of tenths in there.
Fantastic, mate. Look, nevertheless, a great effort, a great time. You're going to be right up there in the first couple of rows, mate. So best of luck for the race tomorrow night.
Thanks, mate.
So we've got Sean McNamara, 95 SimSport team boss, running the black-yellow based off the 2006 Caterpillar Ford livery.
I think we've all been waiting for this lap, haven't we, Chad?
Oh, mate. Championship winner currently on 1,730 points. And straight up with the purple sector, so it's fantastic to see. I'm not biased at all, but, you know, just locking up the front there a little bit and a little wide, but that's okay. Hopefully you can pull something together in the top of the mountain, hey?
You know him a lot better than I do, Chad, but he looks like a guy who can really handle pressure.
Mate, he definitely is. He's someone that he's, you know, team boss. He knows how to handle the guys and he knows how to put down a decent lap, so...
A lot of experience.
Just slightly. He's only been in sim racing, I believe, for a year, but now this is his first proper league other than OSR last year. But definitely a little bit slower through there, but that's okay as long as he pulls it up and gets around. Very good exit.
Really got to be careful getting out of that corner there, haven't you?
Just slightly. You can end up wide, especially with this specific setup. It will definitely push you into the wall if you push it too hard too soon. And same thing, going to hit about 288 k's an hour. Oh no, it just nudged 286. So 2 k's a little slower than court. Be interested to see if that makes runway for his end time.
Some good entry speed and exit speed there through the chase.
Yep, straight onto Murray's corner, so hopefully we'll see what he comes up with.
I like the look of this.
Oh, 206033. Wow, that's... Wow, that, yeah.
Fantastic, love.
Sean McNamara, 95 SimSport team boss. How you doing, mate?
I don't know.
You don't know? Top step for you, mate. 206033.
Wow, great lap by Laz. Tracks, yeah, I left my
my run in the pull-up or warm-up lap a bit too late. Didn't have tide temp the first half of the lap.
Well, you're on the top step, so you can't complain. So well done so far, mate, and looking forward to tomorrow's race.
Cheers, mate. Appreciate it.
Well done. Good lap.
Thank you.
But Chad, we've got Todd Hayne out now.
Todd Hayne. He has been the silent ninja all season.
He has come out of the woodwork, hasn't he? The last 3 or 4 races.
He really has. I think he finally got his starts up and running, and you know, those starts are a big thing. You could just be swamped by the field.
Yeah, I remember he had one of his starts early on was a bit how you going, but he's obviously done a fair bit of work there, and his performances of late are really amazing.
Mate, it's definitely worth a championship contender. That's purple sector straight up for him on sector 2.
It's a little lift.
Or just slightly, just to get the car to turn a little bit.
Yeah.
And he's using all the track he can.
Yeah, being able to move the energy around the car is pretty important, Chad, isn't it? In these big ones.
Mate, they're a bit of a boat at times, but they're definitely fun to drive. Yeah, very nice wide entry there, and using all the exits you can.
Great exit, wasn't it?
Yeah.
He was able to get on the gas really early as he exited Forest Elbow.
Yeah, but unfortunately it seems that the 288 Ks is the max with this setup. Maybe you might be able to squeeze a little bit more, but yeah, 288, and that's 289 with the rev limiter cut off. A little bit squirrely on the rear there.
Yeah, I imagine the brake bias setup, Chad, would vary greatly between a lot of these guys, just on how they drive.
Yeah, that's right, Craig. Look, all the pedals are a little bit set up differently. And look at that, top step,
Wow.
205.968.
He's done it again.
He has. Good on him, though.
Yeah.
And that's it. Todd, congratulations, mate. Top step. How was that?
Yeah, it was a bit scrappy actually, but I was a bit surprised with the time.
Look, doesn't matter if it's by a 10th or by a second, the top's top. Well done, mate. You must be pretty pumped to start the 250k race tomorrow at Bathurst.
Absolutely, mate. It's a good place to start from. Well done to everyone else too. That was good.
Yeah, definitely was. Look, whilst we've got you, is anyone you'd like to thank?
Absolutely. All the boys at RT, RMS, Bow Repairs and Mackay and Pat Junior Racing.
Yeah, perfect. Look, you know, thank you very much for joining us this year, and hopefully we'll see you next season.
No worries. Thanks for that, fellas.
Well done,
Thank
Todd.
you. Well, there you go, you guys. That's your top 10. Todd Hayne from Redback Racing with a 205.968 to start at the pointy end of the field for the NTS Bathurst 250k race. Hello and welcome to the Nationwide Tracking System V8 Evolution Championship.
boys, but I'm super pumped with this. I think we've got some new names up near the top there out of the top 10.
Just had the top 10 shootout. Todd Hayne fastest alongside Sean McNamara on the front row of the grid. Lasseth Leonage, Darren Caldwell, James Anderson, Alex Court, another championship contender back in 6th. He's going to have his work cut out for him tonight. Marty Hanson, Trent Gossley, Riley Simons, and Blake Warboys filling out the top 10 in that shootout. A very exciting shootout. But this is where the action is. The race everyone wants to win. 40 laps, 250 kilometres of Bathurst.
In the Nationwide Tracking Systems final round of the championship, and 40 laps, 250 Ks. A couple of pit stops, I understand. They're on a starting fuel of 60 litres, I believe, Jamie. Is that correct?
60 litres, but they can fit 77 in the tank.
Right.
Hopefully all the drivers are aware of that. When they come into their first pit stop, they can fit in another 17 litres, starting from their original 60. And there might be a little bit of strategy, especially if there's safety car out, like we've seen in the last couple of races. So if there's a safety car, some people might be trying to make it on one stop. But that's what we're going to see. It's all going to unfold very soon. We've only got about 5 minutes left in this warm-up session that they're in at the moment, which has Todd Hayne, our pole position man. He's leading that with a 206.2. 4 boys very close behind, only 2/10 behind. Leonage, Sean McNamara, Alex Court. So all the guys that were in the top 10 are still the fastest. Yep, they're definitely all the fastest guys from this warm-up session as well.
Yeah, there's not much in is there. You look down the list. We sort of moved from a 6.5, 6.8, then a 6.9, 9, 9, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. It certain tightens up there. I think you're right, though. I think that we'll see a little bit of strategy. I think there will be some people counting on a safety car, maybe 2, but keeping the nose clean on those first couple of laps will be really critical. Get into a groove. You know what Bathurst like, Jamie? We love it. You get into a groove and a rhythm, and you just stroke the car along. And let the race come to you.
The car floats down the hill, doesn't it? It's just it weaves in and out of the barriers, and it's just an awesome feeling coming down the hill off the skyline and just bang it down a couple of gears and ride the curb, go up close to the concrete barrier and let it sort of slide along the barrier and then back onto the other side and braking hard for the elbow and then bang it down to Conrod Straight as well. Just love it. Could do it all day.
Yeah, absolutely. It's absolutely, I think, our favourite. Probably opportune time to thank our major sponsor, obviously Nationwide Tracking Systems, for the season and for supporting the championship. It's been fantastic from the guys at NTS and Nationwide Tracking Systems, and of course the Brucey Raceware, Track Racer, Dripping Paints Graphic, Race Management Services, Coghlan Engineering, and Track Camps for Gourmet. I think it's been an amazing season, and we don't have an outright leader going into this. I mean, obviously we've got a leader in the championship, but it's all up for grabs at 300 points for the win. So
all
double,
up for grabs.
double points. Yep, it is all
absolutely.
Up for grabs.
There's going to be a little bit of a compromise maybe between some of these front runners, especially Todd Hayne and Sean McNamara, of course, the championship leader going into tonight. Does he want the glory? Does he want to risk it all
100%.
for the win?
100%.
And maybe put the championship on the line.
Exactly. Glory,
well, you want both glory, don't you? You want to win the race and you want the championship. What a way to do it. But,
I know.
But if you're in that situation like he found himself last week at Charlotte when he was battling, he had to sort of compromise. He couldn't take that 3rd position because he knew that he had championship points on the line.
Yep.
And he might find himself in a similar situation tonight, and that might be the chance for somebody like a Lasseth Leonage or a Marty Hanson or a Darren Caldwell tonight to push these guys, knowing that in the back of their mind that they've got to be a little bit more conservative. They've got more on the table than just this race win. Of course, everyone wants to win this. And another guy who's probably a big chance as well is James Anderson as well.
Yeah.
He's been in great form lately.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, the big charger, looking through the top 10 and seeing him up there in P4 is obviously our Phase 4 Motorsport teammate, Darren Caldwell. He's through the week. He's done a full uninstall and install of software, and it's absolutely transformed the way he's driving in the car. We always knew that it was odd. He was back where he was, struggling away with pedals, but he's got it all lined up now. And I think P4 in the top in the shootout is starting to really see the talent that Darren brings to this. He is going to be the bit between his teeth for this one. I can sense it, and I'll tell you what, if I was around him, I'd be watching out, because he'll have the hammer down, and he's got the skills. He's right up there. So looking forward
Sim
to that.
racing, it incorporates so many elements. It's not just the driving,
Absolutely.
not just the racecraft, but you've got the hardware, the software, how to use how to use your tools, all the tools that go along with the car, all the tools that you have at your disposal, like button boxes and pedal settings and steering wheel settings, and
Absolutely.
we know he uses a triple monitor setup, so you got to have your graphics absolutely correct and your frames per second and all that sort of stuff. So, yep, he should be a man in form tonight. But so far, it's been Todd Hayne again, fastest. Blake Warboys, he's going to be a man to watch tonight.
Oh, 100%.
Definitely.
Yeah. Yep.
He was in the top 10 shootout last night, but I don't think he was able to put a lap in, unavailable. So he's starting from 10th, but he's going to be pushing hard through this field. Of course, I'll go through that top 10 again. Todd Hayne, Sean McNamara, Lasseth Leonard, Darren Caldwell, James Anderson, Alex Court, Marty Hanson, Trent Gossley, Riley Simons, and Blake Warboys, our top 10. Only moments away now.
Well, and this is the thing as well, that you talk about a Black Warboys there in 10th. He's got some serious pace, and I can see him charging up parks a lot, up past the likes of Alex Court, who's got a lot to play for. He's got a lot to play for. So
we've got a big chance of taking this out.
So
he's going to need a little bit of help. He's going to have to finish in front of McNamara and Todd Hayne.
Yep. So Alex will be keeping his eyes in the mirror too. He's going to be under a fair bit of pressure. I wouldn't want to be in his seat at the moment.
Got pressure both ways. He's going to have to do a little bit like Alain Prost in 1986 at the Adelaide Grand Prix. Just run his race and see if the cards fall his way.
Absolutely, 100%. So all to play for.
McNamara could do a Nigel Mansell, blow his tyre down to Kettlebell Terrace.
Yeah,
something like that. You know what I mean?
It'll be massive, but
I haven't seen it in the supercars. I haven't seen a blown tyre.
No, but this is the thing, right? This is the fun element that the sim racing and this sort of championship brings to it as well. It's the battle of the competition, which I think is fantastic. So it's going to be really, really exciting. How far away are we, Jamie? I'm all ready to go.
Okay, it's only moments away now, Ben. Only moments away. I'll just go through the championship points. So you got McNamara on 1,730, and Todd Hayne, who got 10 points for the top 10 shootout pole position. So he's on 1,196. So that's 34 points difference. Now, I'm not going to be able to probably keep track of that as the race goes on, but he's going to need a little bit of help, Todd Hayne. He's going to have to probably be maybe 3 or 4 positions in front of McNamara to take out the championship. But if we're in that sort of situation, I'll get JP, who behind the scenes here, to be on the calculator, and hopefully we'll know as they cross the line what he needs to do. It'll be a little bit like Lewis Hamilton back in 2008. As he had to pass those Toyotas to win the championship at Brazil.
Yep.
So, yeah, we'll be working our way on the calculators at the same time as watching the race winner come home as well. And the form that Todd Hayne has been in after taking out the Charlotte race last week, in dominant form, I wouldn't be surprised if he's the man to beat tonight, Todd Hayne. He has been brilliant form.
Yeah, he looked good last week too, didn't he? He didn't look like he had any concerns at all. Really had the race under control. And we're about to start. Ben. This is exciting. Here we go.
40 laps, 250 kilometres.
Cannot wait. Who's your bet?
For the race win, I'm going to go Todd Hayne. Championship, I think McNamara. He's got a wise head on him on that shoulders. He just seems to know what to do at the right time.
You've
grid.
We've got the same. I've got the same bet, mate. So I think I think you're right. Let's see how we go. This is going to be exciting. Watch through the pack.
Todd Hayne, number 94 on pole. Sean McNamara, number 95, alongside second place. He's got the racing line, McNamara, but he's going to be staggered a little bit behind Todd Hayne on the grid. Lasseth Leonage lining up behind Todd Hayne.
So McNamara's
got a different livery on tonight. He's in the retro.
He's in the retro.
Normally in the black and green. The Caterpillar Ford. Revs are rising. There's the green.
Here we go. It's off.
Clean start. First 3 row. Oh, a little bit. James Anderson. He's bogged it down a bit. Todd Haynes. McNamara leads into. Oh, Todd Haynes lights up the rear wheels.
Sideways.
He's going to have a shocking run up Mountain Straight, and this has fallen into the hands of Lasseth Leonage.
There's a tap at the back. There's a tap at the back. I can see that. Big Dan.
That's Danny Vassell. Danny Vassell falling down through the field. But McNamara. Going to have a quick look at that replay. To turn 1. Big Dan. Oh, yeah, this is a little bit of net code. Oh, yeah, and got involved with another car as well.
Oh, it's disappointing.
But one fast repair, so the night's not over. So one fast repair. Going to be hard, but he'll be hoping for a safety car somewhere along the line. Oh, tiptoeing Todd Hayne. Tiptoeing. The track's very slippery, 47 degrees. Not much grip out there. Full tank of oil, 60 litres of fuel, so cars are settling in. On and off the throttle, 41 degree track.
Absolutely. Get the car settled in, get that first lap out of the way, then you'll get the feel of what the car's got underneath you and work towards it. They'll have the brakes set up to the back a bit at the moment, Jamie, just managing that fuel. And this is where it gets exciting.
Always a bit of touch and feel that first lap across the top. You just don't know what your car's going to feel like. You don't know what it's going to handle like. So
Absolutely.
You want to push, you want to stay with the fast guys at the front, but you just got to be super careful. You do not want to tap the wall and damage the car on the first lap. It's going to be a long day if you end up like Big Dan.
Oh, yeah.
Looks like Danny Vassell and Cameron Veacock, they've both lost a lot of positions. Oh, as they go. Oh, no, somebody's off through the chase. That's Anderson. Anderson's going off. He's down to 13th. Anderson's lost it going into the chase.
Caldwell just had a moment as well, just in front of there, and they're just starting to bunch up there, but he's holding position. He's doing a great job. Alex is on his tail.
Alex I was watching. Bottled up.
Yeah, I was just watching Alex across the top there, and they just made a little bit of a gap, but he's just recovered that. Things are settling. Tyres are coming in. That's good. But that's we've got basically 2 packs there running at the moment.
Yeah, breakaway 3 at the front. Then back to Caldwell. So McNamara, Leonage, Todd Hayne. Todd Hayne's putting Leonage under a little bit of pressure. McNamara hasn't been able to pull away. Good to see. Good to see that he hasn't just stretched out and checked out of here. Oh, Todd Hayne's having a look around the outside into the cutting. Difficult place to do it.
That looks
but he's definitely a man in a hurry. Leonage is under pressure. Cannot afford to put a foot wrong. And of course, across the top. So easy to get involved in somebody else's accident.
Wow, that McNamara looked close in through the exit, across the top there.
Really do rely on the skill of the drivers that you're driving around. Across the top here, it's a one line sort of track. Caldwell caught. Hanson, Simons, Gosling, Warboys. Caldwell needs to settle.
Just
made a small mistake on lap 1.
I think see how he gets into the groove now. It'll be interesting to see this next lap.
There's a snake appearing behind him though. They're lined it up. Oh, and there's a little look going into Forest Elbow. Conrod.
Todd Hayne.
2 on board. Todd Hayne. Todd Hayne's going to really want to get in front of Lasseth Leonage as quickly as possible.
Ooh,
want to take too many risks.
He's going to have a look.
On edge.
Laz isn't going to give him a room, and well done. That's a great bit of driving in it from both of the guys there.
Between them, Leonage and Hayne. Hayne wants to get past. He needs to put pressure on this championship leader, McNamara.
Might be the switch there.
Oh,
Might
here he goes. He's got the overlap. He's got a little bit of an overlap. He's alongside. Lasseth Leonage is going to have to let him through here. He's going to push him though. He's going to squeeze him up onto the apex. Might be at it, and he's done it. Todd Hayne's got him.
That's a great bit of driving. You could see Todd just giving it a bit of stick on the exit there, just sliding it out, but very well
in the
controlled.
slipstream though. Not going to be able to get him back though into Griffins.
Yeah, it looked like he didn't have a great exit out of there. That's interesting. But Todd is trying very hard there, sideways correction.
Big bottleneck here, Blake War boys. He's started in 10th. He needs to move. He knows he's got super fast pace around here.
Well, Marty
They're
Hansen.
going side by side into the cutting.
Wow, just
A little
looking.
bit of room given. That's nice driving by both drivers there. Got
Marty
War boys
Hansen's
and Simons.
Marty Hansen's passed Alex at the back there.
Ooh, and that's a surprise. I thought Alex was right on the back of Caldwell, so Marty Hansen moves up to 5th. He's up 2 positions from his starting position. Caldwell's got a little bit of air, a little bit of breathing room to work with now, so hopefully he can put in some fast times and slowly chip away at that lead back to Lasseth Leonage in 3rd position. McNamara did a 206.7 on that first lap. Todd Hayne was 0.7 of a second slower on that last lap. So keep an eye on that gap, see if Todd Hayne can chip into McNamara's lead. And Conrod straight, Darren Caldwell, Marty Hansen, Alex Court. Alex Court's going to need a lot of luck now. He's going to need the dice to fall his way.
Well, I was having a look just a moment ago, just at the replay, just looking back to see what happened there, and Alex went for a move going down into the last corner of the last lap, the previous lap, and Marty Hansen just did an undercut on him, just held him out to dry, and something similar to what we saw a moment ago with Todd Hayne. It was quite impressive, actually. I think there might have been almost like a missed gear, but it's a chance for Alex just to recoup, settle back in. It's a long race. Lots and lots of stuff can happen.
36 laps still to go. Half a second Todd Hayne took out Sean McNamara's lead on that previous lap.
What would you be doing, Jamie, if you're McNamara? What are you doing? You're settling in?
I'd be trying to stretch that lead. I'd be trying to put a bit of pressure on Todd Hayne, see if he can come with me.
Darren Caldwell's just been passed down
Caldwell.
up into... Yep. He's looked like he almost... Yeah, let him bounce by Hansen. Hansen got a great run out of turn 1, and he looked like he just sort of rolled out of it a little bit. They just let him go. Smart. But Hansen's on a charge. He's flying.
207.6, Marty Hansen. So he was a couple of tenths faster than Leonage on that last lap. So yeah, Leonage will be looking in his mirror, seeing the fast approaching Marty Hansen up 3 positions from his grid position.
Yeah, it makes me wonder a little bit. Maybe he's running a little bit less fuel.
There's all sorts of strategies here. There's definitely the opportunity to try. It's going to be a fuel strategy game. There's no doubt about it.
A little bit less fuel, counting on maybe a safety car. Who knows? But because he's moving away quite well. The tyres generally tend to hang on fairly well around Bathurst, but you can still take life out of them. You've still got to treat them nicely. So it's one to watch. One to watch, absolutely.
McNamara leading, Todd Hayne, lap 4. Hard to think they've still got 36 laps to go. So easy to make a mistake around this track.
And we're just starting to settle in now.
Starting to get that race rhythm happening, but Todd Hayne is definitely the man. He is super fast. He is catching. And here's Caldwell under pressure from Court. Court's compromised his line again. He's having a look down the inside on Caldwell. Going to get a slow exit now. Alex Court's got to be aware Trent Gosley's behind him. That's what happened before with Marty Hansen. Trying to pass Caldwell. He got jumped by Hansen.
That's exactly right. And
Caldwell starting in 4th is slipping down. He's down to 6th. He's down 1 position. He's down into 5th. But Court's pressing. He's got a run on him here. Is he going to do it though, Ben? Not there. He's too far back there.
Too far back there, and Darren's definitely
really
got his
closed in.
He's got his brakes under control, but
look how close this is. Court's going to put his nose in there.
That would have been a disaster, I think. So they've got to be a bit careful there. He's got to find a rhythm. He's got to find a rhythm.
Yeah, Caldwell's got to find that rhythm. He was a little bit off the pace in the practice session. He was only just around the top 10, so definitely finding himself under pressure. There's about 5 cars lined up behind him at the moment. Got to get that rhythm going.
Yeah, look, he might be doing a little bit of brake adjustment, just trying to get the balance right. That's what it's all about on the brakes. You've got to get that brake bias right. And these guys, even though they're a fixed setup, do have that ability to move the brake bias around. That's the only function they have. And it is, it's super critical. It makes a massive difference in terms of the way the car reacts. And looks like we might have a slower car there in front of us, in front of Darren. That is Marty Hansen. He had a slow exit out of the elbow. I don't know if we're picking that up at the moment, guys. I'm just looking back through. He's had
We're just having a quick look at Kyle Booth. We were having a quick look at Kyle Booth back in 32nd, but now we're back on the left. Oh, and Darren takes a lot of curb there at the chase. Needs to pull the car up. Managed to do it, but gee, that was a big moment for Caldwell. He's under pressure. He's driving his car to the limit. He's not really come to grips with the track at the moment. So last lap, Sean McNamara, 207.0. Todd Hayne, 206.75. So
wow, that's a big.
Another 0.25 of a second out of the lead. Todd Hayne keeps Lasseth Leonage exactly the same time as Sean McNamara. So not making up any time there, Leonage. Marty Hansen, a couple of tenths slower than Leonage.
Gee, Todd Hayne
is 208.1. Todd Hayne's right on him now.
He's right on him. He's throwing that into that first corner. He's got a good balance there. The speed difference here, not taking any away from Todd, he's driving amazingly, but he's definitely using those tyres. I wouldn't be surprised if he's running a little bit less fuel here, but just the way he's caught up on Sean.
He seems to have the advantage over McNamara at this point in time.
Yeah, absolutely.
This is going to be interesting, though, to see what is the idea behind what Todd Hayne will do. How hard is he going to press here? This is definitely the two informed guys, the two leading light stars of the championship in the last half of the season. And they're finally head-to-head on a classic track like Bathurst. We're going to see some absolute masterclass of driving here between McNamara and Hayne.
Absolutely. I think this is what we've been waiting for, isn't it? This sort of battle. Yep. Todd has absolutely, as you say, come on song in that second half. I think they've all started to get to grips with the profile of the fixed setup, the guys of sort of the philosophy that they've been set up with. And that can take some time, and these guys have just really adapted exceptionally well. And this is why they're so close together at the moment. And in the background, Laz Leonard, he threw it out of the Forest Elbow. Maybe it looked a bit more dramatic in the view. I was just skipping around having a look, but wow, he's leaving nothing on the table.
He's been in form as well, Leonard.
He has, yeah.
Last few rounds, he hasn't had much luck, but he's been
progression. That progression.
Riley Simons has made a mistake. I think he might have gone off at the chase.
Oh no.
Riley Simons has made a mistake at the chase. He's dropped positions there. Lost 4 spots. He's back to 12th position.
Oh.
And he's doesn't want to side by side there with. And is that Peugeot? Yeah, it's Peugeot. Seen him for a couple of weeks. Good to see him back in the top tier at Bathurst. Side by side again through turn 1. That's a compromise, and that's going to open the door a little bit to Wayne Taylor back in 14th. Caldwell and Court. Court's got him now. That's the move he needed to make.
That was the move.
Now he's got to break away. He wants to stay clean for these next couple of corners. Get the nice, smooth mountain climb and over the top, down the hill, and start to chip away now at Marty Hansen. Hope for a bit of luck. McNamara's only 0.4 of a second in front of Todd Hayne at this point in time, so that's what Court's going to need here. He's going to be hoping these two out in the lead start to really battle it up, push each other so hard that they might make a mistake.
Yeah.
And if the worst comes to worst, they could take each other out. And if that was to happen, he would really be the beneficiary.
That opens it right up, doesn't it?
But Court.
Gee, Todd looked like a lovely exit there out of the elbow.
Court is approximately 9 seconds behind McNamara at this point in time. So we'll keep an eye on those.
Darren's got a little bit of pressure now as well from Trent Gosley.
I expected Trent Gosley to come up through the field. Only made up and War Boys.
Where is young Blake? There he is.
0.2 of a second now. The lead, McNamara and Hayne. Hayne's right on him. How hard does Hayne want to push? Does he just sit there and hope to push McNamara into a mistake maybe? Because he's going to need a bit of help. He can't just win the race and let McNamara fin. Oh, and McNamara's blocked up the rear going into turn 1 there.
Yeah,
Todd Hayne's going to have a run on him here.
Just say
He's going to be able to take the lead. He's going to have the slipstream. Look for him to pull out to the right-hand side here. Our left-hand side. He does. Got him.
Wow.
As easy as that.
Wow.
McNamara. It's all yours. All yours, Todd.
Well, McNamara
surprising.
could sit in there now and just get that draft and save a bit of fuel. So if he can hang on to the back of him, it's probably a smart move. But Todd's he's already making a gap on him. This is why I keep thinking about this fuel. Yeah, I think this is why I keep thinking about the fuel thing. But I
guess McNamara's looking at the big picture, looking at the championship picture. He knows that he might not have the pace tonight. Might not have that pace to go with Hayne tonight, and he's just saying, well, I can't do that. I'm not going to risk it all. I'm not going to risk putting this thing into the fence, losing a championship.
Yep, 100%.
That's a hard thing to do. It's in your gut to know that you haven't got the speed. You'd love to take out the championship and the big race, the NTS Bathurst 250 at the same time.
Absolutely.
Take all the glory, but got to settle for one. Why not settle for the championship?
But again,
he'll be hoping. He'll be hoping. It's a long race. He'll be hoping that Todd Hayne might be burning up his tyres, might be pushing too hard. He might make a mistake at that pace.
We're on lap 8.
He's the man in form. War Boys, 8th position. Pushing Gosley and Caldwell. War Boys was a man I thought might have been able to keep up with Todd Hayne at the front. He had got through the traffic a bit quicker. At this point in time, he is... War Boys is... And he's got it. He's going to make the move here on Gosley. Gosley doesn't let him take it easily, but he's going to have the run into turn 1. Got the line, he's got the position. That's job done. War Boys actually might try the undercut, switch back here. Going to have the draft up Mountain Straight.
Yeah, just got held up a little bit there through the apex to do the switchback, but
War Boys up 3 positions. So we're looking at Anderson here. James Anderson in 11th position. He's gone back 6 positions from his starting position. Following Jamie Davis, 10th. Battle for 10th and 11th. 9th, 10th and 11th. You can see Kai Sloggett just in front. Having a good run up the mountain, Kai Sloggett.
Well, Todd Hayne has just rocketed away.
He's checked out. 206.8.
He is checked out.
7/10 of a second faster than McNamara on that last lap.
Ooh,
no holding this guy back.
No, and he's not mucking around either. Look at the way he is running that hard. I still think there's a fuel difference here because he is absolutely flying. Not taking it away from the way he's driving, but he's really throwing it around. And you'll do that if you know you've got to make a gap. And he's definitely working on a gap.
I'm expecting the first pit stops at lap 13. So that'll be interesting. Lap 13 on that 60-litre starting fuel tank. So that'll be interesting to see just what happens around that point in time.
I mean,
we'll start to see that'll be when the car... Oh, who's that? Marty Hansen. Marty Hansen, who was in... He was in 4th, and he's made a mistake there at the chase. Having a quick look at the replay into the chase. Wide through the right-hander. A little bit late on the brakes. Can't pull it up. Yeah, couldn't pull it up for the left-hand apex. Across the grass.
Grabbed the front inside wheel there.
Hasn't done any
Just drove
damage,
off.
but lost a
No.
little bit of time, and Court's made up a position. He's up to 4th now. Alex Court into 4th. Marty Hansen back to 5th. Darren Caldwell in 6th. Warboys 7th. Gosling 8th. Loggett 9th. Jamie Davis and 10th. Anderson 11th. And there's the battle there. There is Anderson. Anderson just behind Jamie Davis.
Oh, yes. Yep. Side by side coming out of the first corner there. Oh, no. Up into the cutting.
Just in the cutting now.
Yep.
Cutting. Exiting the cutting up the hill. They're really tricky bit of track here. The right left. So easy to clip a concrete wall. You got to ride them so close through there. You got to 2 wheels up on the curbs, watching the wheels spin. Right-hander, 4th gear. Left-hander, 4th gear. Over the crest.
I tell you what, they are absolutely throwing it around too, aren't they? Jamie Davis looks like he's got a little bit of front damage on the left-hand front of the car. Nothing to worry about though. But across the
he's very loose there. They're going to go side by side into the elbow.
Oh dear.
Davis holds on.
Oh
Very
dear.
lucky there. Anderson very generous there. Could have pushed that a little bit harder. Could have maybe taken advantage of that.
Jamie Davis in the pit stop will be asking for a new set of underwear, I think, in that one. That was
Caldwell.
hard one to
Caldwell
catch.
back. Caldwell under pressure from Warboys to the chase. Warboys having a big look into the left-hand apex at the chase. Caldwell's given in the position. Now Caldwell's under pressure from Gosling. Trent Gosling's going to have a look, and Caldwell could go down too. He's going to defend this one. Pushing him hard up to the left-hand side. They're weaving under brakes. Rear brakes locking, but Caldwell holds on. Up to the hill corner. Back, I'd say Gosling lost a little bit more time out of that one. Now he's under pressure from Loggett.
Starting to move that
Loggett's
brake
got a bit of damage on the side of his car. Jamie Davis lights up the rear wheels in the background.
He's going for it.
Yeah, he's lost it now.
Yep.
That cost him. That wheel spin definitely cost him, and Anderson's up to 10. Still down 5 positions though, Anderson. He's had a dreadful start to this race. But still, 29 laps to go. 29 laps to go.
Jamie, what's the gap
quarter of the way through?
What's the gap to Todd Hayne and McNamara at the moment? You've probably got the gaps there in front of us.
3 seconds. Out to 3 seconds. And Todd Hayne was 1/10 of a second faster on that last lap again. So he just keeps extending that lead.
He does. Look, I'll tell you what, my fuel theory might be thrown out the window at this rate. He's on lap 11.
2 more laps.
Yeah.
It's going to be very interesting. Of course, it's a very tricky hit entry as well, looking at Tony Clark. Oh, and there's a tap. There's a tap on the wall.
Yeah.
That was Craig Newell. Craig Newell gave the wall a big rub. Craig Newell in the 013 car. Across Skyline. Down the hill.
Smeared it across there just to give a little bit of a touch-up.
Just adjusting his mirror.
Yeah.
Having a good look at Tony Clark behind him. So back to Kai Sloggett. Kai Sloggett's got a bit of damage down the side. Be interesting to see what cars use their fast repairs on this first pit stop, because you would prefer to leave it. Oh, and here's a look. Anderson on Sloggett. Side by side through the chase. Sloggett's there. Touch the grass. It's got one hard to pull up.
Oh.
But
He's done it. He's done it.
And he's going to... Oh, his wheels. He's lost traction there. And we've got pit stops as well. Warboys is in. And we've got a battle. Oh, and he's got it. I reckon Anderson and Sloggett.
He's gonna
first one to come into the pit. Warboys, and is that Alex Court's in the pit as well? Court's in the pit. It's on now. The pit stops are on. Lap 12.
Wow, look at this Kyle Sloggett going up the hill. It's a 3-battle car at the back here.
Oh, it's a massive battle. He's getting a bit of a push.
He's saying, get out of the way.
Jamie Davis is pushing Sloggett all the way up the hill. And Sloggett's now right back on Anderson.
This is fantastic.
There's a battle just in front as well. You got Gosling on Caldwell.
Oh, it was just a touch on the wall there. From Anderson just going in.
Oh, Oh, the tyres are really starting to go off now, Ben. You can see that a lot of
Yeah.
these guys are really struggling for traction. And
Just
it's
moving
and-
around.
Yeah, they're losing time here and there, making mistakes. That's what's really happening. These guys are making mistakes. That's probably why Warboys and Court have decided to hit the lane early, and that's going to give them early time. They're going to come out with nice new freshies on, and the lap times you can probably expect to see them in the low 206s.
Now, this will be the question. I'm just had a quick sneaky peek over to Todd Hay, and he's coming down Conrod into the chase, and will he go in?
3.5 second lead. McNamara. Back to McNamara.
I'll tell you what.
These guys will know. They've got their crew chiefs. They'll know that the
impressed.
guys behind have made the pit stop.
Super
you know, you
impressed
wanna-
with Todd Hay in the way he's driving.
comes.
Here he comes. He's going in. I think he will. Yes.
He follows as well.
Yep.
We'll follow
Smart.
these two into the pit lane, see where they come out, because that's going to be critical to the race as well, just to see what sort of traffic. This is going to mix things up big time.
These boys
Back
would have
into the mid-pack.
they would have practiced that intro into the pits there to make sure
Leonage
they
in
get
as
their
well.
stuff
Leonage in as well. Third position, so the top three into the pits. Creeping
Caldwell.
down the pit lane, 49
Caldwell in.
kilometres an hour. Caldwell, Gossley, Jamie Davis stays out. Loves the long first stint.
Loves it. I don't know if it works, but he loves it.
He's had a mixed results with it. And look at it. They're all streaming in. They've all decided lap 12, end of lap 12 is the time to go.
They've had a gut full of those tyres, and they're going to fill them up and go for it.
Court's come out, fresh tyres, and he's got Brian Cooper in front of him. He's being held up. He's going to need to make a move fast. Cooper's going to the pit lane. Now let's see who comes out of the pits first. Let's see, because they do have the opportunity to take on different amounts of fuel at this stage, and that can mix things up. That can really shake up the standing order here. Artie Hansen leads right now. Todd Haynes out. So we've got Hansen leading, Jamie Davis, Wayne Taylor, Jacob Brewer, Sean Pidwell, Tim Mulford, Chris Barnes, and then Todd Hayne, the first man to stop. He is now down in 8th position.
Alex has just got in front of Laz there, coming out of the pits. Laz was just coming out.
So there's the undercut. Alex Court's made up one position on that undercut. Leonage is going to have fresh tyres here, but I would be surprised if he would push Alex at this point in time. They're very close, very tight teammates, so
Did
he might
Blake
just let him...
Yeah, Blake Warboys was in the pits as well, wasn't he? He's not that far behind Laz and Alex. He's made up some significant time considering where he started. So I'll tell you what, that sort of pace, another pit stop. Oh wow! I'm just looking at Blake there come across the top. He is fanging that Mustang.
Someone facing the wrong way. This is very dangerous on the lead up to the cutting. Riley Simons is facing the wrong way.
Oh no!
And traffic coming up the hill. Big pack of cars right now, including...
He's got it in reverse. That's crabbing.
Gossley. Oh, there's the hit. There's the hit all on his own.
That thing's on fire. Where is race control? Where is race control? It looks like
very critical time here. Very critical time.
He's got it into gear. Oh no.
Blind as well. He can't really see what's coming up the hill. Needs his relative. And that's the safety car. Safety car's been called. Marty Hansen leads, Jamie Davis, Wayne Taylor. This is going to be interesting to see what happens here. Whether they can take advantage of the safety car.
Here we go, safety
This is
car.
Marty Hansen in the pits right now, car number 126. That's Jamie Davis just behind him. Todd Hayne crosses the line. Ollie Simons needs the tow. He can't get it out of there. Very sticky situation. Everything we've worked for is now back to naught. This is going to be on, Ben. This is just shaking things up totally.
Absolutely.
Shuffle the deck. Deal the cards out.
Gee, that's disappointing for Riley. He'd be dirtied himself on that. He was looking all right there. I'm just having a look at the replay now. He's gone in. Just gone in. Oh.
Mulford's leading, and I think he's on the clutch there, trying to save fuel. I don't know what's going on, whether he's trying to save fuel or... Oh, and there's... Yep, Riley Simon's still stuck on the side of the track. We've got guys wanting to know whether they can pass the safety car and what's going on. It's always the way when safety cars come out.
Just having a look at the Riley Simons accident, he's just hit the inside wheel and ricocheted then out to the right hand side, going up there into the cutting. A bit reminds me a little bit of Mostert back on the other side of the track there. He ping ponged across from one side to the other. He dirtied himself there too.
Fresh tyres, you think, Ben?
Fresh tyres
might have had something to do with it.
Yeah, it could catch you out. She's hooked in there really hard. Yeah.
Hard to know what sort of reaction you're going to get on that outlap. New tyres.
Yeah. And he was looking good too this morning. But
there, well and truly in the top 10. That'll be the end of his night though. Toe, but that's going to probably put him a lap down. I'd say a lap down. So Todd Hayne, he's not the leader. Tim Mulford's the actual leader at this point in time.
Fantastic.
Tim Mulford, he hasn't made a pit stop, of course. Got Todd Hayne, Sean McNamara, Alex Court up to third. Or after Tim Mulford makes his stop, if he makes a stop. Which you would think he should.
Now, as Riley's time, he still hasn't moved. He's going to try and drive it home, is he?
He might get that opportunity to. Mulford's fuel saving as he comes down Conrod. Pull on the clutch. Coasting down the hill.
Smart.
Haven't picked up the safety car yet, as far as I can tell.
I'm just watching. Oh, Riley Simons' car's just blown up, so that is going to need. That's overheated and just shit it. Destroyed itself. So
destroyed. Shattered itself.
Shattered itself all over the cutting.
Mulford's coming in the pit, and he's blinking a bit as well, so unfortunate for Mulford.
That is unfortunate.
Boys are chatting to race control, sorting themselves out. So we've got Todd Hayne, Sean McNamara, Alex Court, Leonage, Blake Warboys, Trent Gossley, Marty Hanson, Darren Caldwell, James Anderson, Jamie Davis, Wayne Taylor, Kai Sloggett, Philip Peugeot, Jacob Brewer, Jason Davis, Sean Pidwell, Benjamin Siren, Tony Clark, Ashley Davis, Mitch Campbell, Dean Williams, Chris Barnes, Blake Urquhart, Ryan McCarthy, John Nikolaev, Brian Cooper, Kyle Booth, Danny Vassell. That Tony Gaffer looks like he's gone to the pits. He might be playing a bit of a strategy game here.
Okay.
77 litres. I worked out that you can get 16 laps, so that's well and truly not going to get you home.
No.
But if you can short fill it.
Yep.
No, a bit of clear air at the back of the pack.
Yeah, it could be smart, and also a lighter top up, freshies, so wouldn't hurt.
There's be a few, and I'm not sure when the lights are out on the safety car. I haven't even seen the safety car.
It was parked up on the hill. It's parked up on the hill here at the moment. It's just going across McPhillamy, Brock Skyline.
Right, so definitely one more lap after this one then, under the safety car, you'd think.
I think Lee Davis had stopped for a pie up there, so he's just now picking the cars up.
Good quality pies up the top there?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, especially on a Sunday around 1 o'clock. They all taste pretty good.
They hit the spot around 1 o'clock.
Soak a bit of the beverages up. But here we go. The cars are catching up to the BMW, the GT4 pace car, the NTS pace car. And cruising on down there now.
And that safety car, it's good to see it didn't hit the barrier, not like the official one.
Absolutely, yeah. Yeah, it certainly knocks the wheel alignment around when you do that.
Lee Dave, we expected a bit of action. I was surprised it lasted until as long as it did.
Yeah, look, everyone seems pretty well behaved. The passing's been, robust, but competitive and clean. So it'll be interesting to see how we go with 5 laps to go when the tyres are a bit squirrely and it's on for the win. We might see a little bit more bump and grind, and if so, let them play, let them go. That's what
the track's getting cooler, Ben. It's down to 37 degrees now, so that might change it a little bit. That might change the car handling as it gets cooler in the afternoon.
was about 46, I think, when they started, and
It's dropped 10 degrees nearly.
that's a massive drop. So that would
sim
certainly
time
be a
we're
big
now. Sim time we're now 4:23 in the afternoon.
difference. So that will be.
The track will be cooling every lap now.
Yep.
The race cars will definitely change their handling characteristics. Amazing how much even 3 degrees can change the feel of the car on the track.
Absolutely. I mean, it's the difference between a roll bar click, front or rear, or one or the other, up or down. It makes a massive difference
as well.
Of
course, these guys are going to have the fullest fuel tank that they've probably had all race.
Yep.
Crash tyres, but it's going to be once again on that when that safety car goes in. It's that first lap around, especially over the top. It's going to be, what am I expecting? What's the car going to feel like? How hard do I push? What are the limits? What are the cars behind me? Are they catching me?
All the exciting stuff.
It's very nerve-wracking, that first lap when we resume racing again. And I would say it's going to be at the end of this lap. Safety car will probably come back in at the end of this lap. I'd be surprised if it doesn't.
Yeah.
The call will probably come on Conrad. Race control, Craig Schultz.
Craig Newell there just coming up the back. He's just catching the pack. So he'll be keen on that.
Anyone else taking a sneaky little pit stop at that point in time? Notice diving to the pits. Probably if you're in those last 4 or 5 positions, not a bad idea just to top up with fuel. You're not going to lose much track position.
Absolutely not.
You gain a lot more than you lose by sneaking into the pits at the back of the field.
Yep, just a little splash and dash while they're running through. You won't lose anything. And,
our main gainers for tonight so far. Tony Gaffer's made up 10 positions. He's in 23rd. Tim Mulford's up 8 positions. He's in 17th. And Blake Warboys is up 5 positions, 5th position. So we have Todd Hayne leading, McNamara, Court, Leonage, Warboys, Gosling, Hanson, Caldwell, Anderson, Davis. They've been our top 10. Hasn't changed too much. They've been in our top 10. So just race control, sorting out the positioning. Car 4. So that's Gosling. Has to let Hanson back through. And car 70 has to move back behind 92. So I'll just go through that top 10 again. As 10 seconds after I read it out, they've changed 4 positions. Todd Hayne, Sean McNamara, Alex Court, Lasseth Leonage, Blake Warboys, Marty Hanson, Trent Gosling, Darren Caldwell, Jamie Davis, James Anderson. Safety car lights are out, Ben.
Here we go. Now, what's going to
pull away?
What are your thoughts? McNamara going to work hard to stay with Hayne, or really to get a gap on the court?
I think Todd Hayne will pull out again, but maybe it might take a lap or two. But I really don't know. This is going to be totally a new ball game now, because as I said, different fuel.
Yep. Keep an eye on Blake.
New tyres and a cooling track.
Yeah, keep an eye on Blake Warboys. I think if he's able to jump Laz early, he will be on the hammer of Alex, and Alex will have his mirrors full. So this is going to be. Look, mate. I'm more excited than I was at the start. Here we go. Fresh rubber, full of fuel, bunched up, and lights are out on the safety car, ready to go.
Todd Haynes led the safety car back to action. Last couple of races, Imola and Charlotte both had safety.
McNamara needs to get a bit closer here. Here we go. He's closing up now.
Be looking for the slingshot run. So there they go. Race control's called racing. Green. Todd Hayne leads them away.
And we're away.
Into lap 17. Todd Hayne, McNamara, Court. No fireworks there. McNamara didn't look like he was too keen on pushing Hayne at that point in time. Just going to settle back in. Probably more worried about keeping that gap to Alex Court. We're going to have battles all the way through the field now, Ben.
Absolutely.
Well, Alex is having a go. Alex is having a go. He's got him.
He's gone early on the
move.
That's a great move.
McNamara's definitely playing a very conservative hand at this point in time. lap 17, he's saying, I'm not taking any risks. But he doesn't want to get caught up in the pack either. He doesn't want to get caught up in these battles with Leonage and Warboys, Hansen and Gosling. I would have quite been happy sitting in second. I don't want to be back in third, fourth, fifth.
No, you
playing
want
with
that
fire
buffer.
back there.
Yeah, you want that
Playing
buffer.
with fire.
But look, he's probably letting this thing settle in for a lap. Probably saying, look, Alex, you go chase Todd. So there you go. And
It looks like he's extremely confident in the car, even on this first flying lap. He's just checked out. 2 seconds. Nearly 2 seconds at this point.
It's like it's his own setup. He loves it. He's just loving it, and that's. I love it when you see a drive when they've got that confidence in the car. You know, you can see they can place it.
Because Bathurst can bite.
Oof, it sure can.
So Hayne, Court, McNamara, Leonage, Warboys, Hansen, Gosling, Caldwell, Davis, Anderson. Up 10, up 17. Court now. We'll keep an eye on Court. So McNamara will still win the championship in third, but in that situation, I'd certainly start to be a little bit of puckering situation going on if I was McNamara.
Yeah.
Leonage is starting to push him. Leonage is right on his tail now. Then there's a hungry pack, super hungry pack right behind him.
Now just have a look at this though. McNamara's just started that lap. He's just starting to settle in. He's just come back a little bit on Alex. Although
I don't know. I'd say Leonage has closed in the gap even more. Leonage will be looking to got a run. Doesn't look like he's quite got the exit that he wanted up Mountain Straight. But McNamara's going to have to. He's going to have to be getting a bit nervous here. Car's obviously not feeling as nice as you'd like it around here. Definitely, with still half the race to go.
Change in temperatures, Jamie, of the track's probably just throwing them off a little bit.
All of those, all those previous conditions I was mentioning. Yeah, it's definitely surprising to see, actually. Todd Hayne checked out. He was a 205.9. Alex Court a 206.9, so a second slower. But I think Alex Court made that move on McNamara that lap. Now we'll keep an eye on Court to see if he can. 2.5 second gap now back to Alex Court, so I'll keep an eye on that. I'll let you know if it's extending or closing. We're looking at Warboys here. Warboys up 5 position. Started in 10th, now in 5th.
He's on it.
He was very fast in practice. Couldn't make the top 10 shootout, so he had to start from 10th. What could have been if he was on the front 2 rows of the grid, he could be up there in 1st or 2nd position at this point in time.
Absolutely.
He did a 206.9 on that last lap. So he was faster than both Leonage and McNamara that last lap. McNamara only did a 207.8 that last lap. He was 2 seconds slower than Hayne and a second slower than Court on that last lap.
He must have the handbrake.
He's really struggling. He's struggling for pace at the moment.
Is he saving fuel? Is it too early? What's the plan here? Go a couple extra laps, but the tyres don't have it in them. So,
well, 17. They started again on lap 17. 16 laps, I thought they could make it the most. So probably 15 because they did 2 behind the safety. No, he definitely can't make it unless there's another safety car. Have to be a safety car for another 2 laps to have any chance. So we're looking at Anderson now. Anderson with Wayne Taylor right behind him. Wayne Taylor putting in a great race.
And they're chasing down Darren there, Darren Caldwell.
Caldwell hasn't found the pace that he had in the Super Top 10 shootout. Caldwell only did a 207.7 last lap.
He's under a bit of pressure
slower
there.
than Gosley. So Gosley's pulled out a lead. Gosley's definitely pulled away, and I'd say
Jamie Davis is all over him.
Davis, yeah, he doesn't normally mess around. He's a pretty good at pulling out the passing manoeuvres, Jamie Davis. He knows how to pull off a manoeuvre.
He's right on him across the top there.
Absolutely.
I don't know where he's going to go there.
Right behind him now.
Yeah.
These 3 are tied together. At the front, we've got Leonage and Warboys. Leonage only 0.4 of a second in front of Warboys, and Hansen very close behind as well. That's Gosling just in the background as well. So these guys, not much between these guys as well. A couple of little battle packs brewing here, Ben.
Yeah, there is.
Looking like we've got plenty to watch.
Just having a look at the battle across the top there with Jamie Davis and Darren Corwell before, and it's still on, and it is well and truly nose to tail on. They're coming into the chase now.
Oh, it's close. It's close. Very close.
Darren Corwell was so far up on the ripple strip there, I thought he was going to take up over the fence. But he's
under pressure.
Yeah.
Nah, he's got it. Side by side. Caldwell gives him a car width, but only a car width.
Wow, great
Not
driving by
much more.
all of them.
Anderson's going to have the run on Davis here. Yep, Davis has got to be aware of this.
Oh, that's a great
Side by
drive.
side.
Well done, gents. Great.
Oh, no, they're touching. That's Davis on the grass. He's sideways. They're gone.
Oh, no.
Hanging into the outside wall. Right across the track. Peugeot involved. Peugeot does a great job.
No.
Ooh, and there's a...
Jamie almost took his teammate out there as well.
I think it was. Was that his brother?
Oh, boys.
Yeah, just a little bit of side by side, and the wheel arches got locked up together and into that fence. Headlong into the fence. That's Anderson and Davis.
That's a big one.
Peugeot managed to just miss it. That's a great bit of driving by Peugeot to save that one.
Mm.
And just behind Peugeot, 406. That was Pidwell involved, I think, as well. Sloggett was involved. Haven't heard any mention of a safety car though, Ben, so they're still on, but Davis's car is absolutely rooted to the ground. And he's pulling it up. Jason Davis across the top. He's now in 30th position. And safety car. And Todd Hayne just had a 2.5 second lead.
I'll tell you what.
All to nothing again.
I'll tell you what, boys. I'm just having a look at this replay with the action back in turn one, and
what do you think? Racing incident?
Look, I think I'm going to have to say it is. They were
both got a bit squirrely, didn't they?
They both got a bit squirrely. They just sort of tapped and locked, and you could say there's a little bit of net code there. But Jamie Davis, he kept the boot in coming off the grass, and that's what really moved it into car 70. And then it just sort of barreled from there. I think Jamie.
Any other cars involved? Was that Anderson? Anderson, yeah.
I think Davis might look at that and think, I should have maybe got out on the throttle a little bit. Yeah, just on the grass.
Okay, lap 21. It's only a halfway distance, so it wouldn't have been the end of the world to just relinquish a position there. But
especially on the grass, you just can't put the boot in. It's easy from the commentary box. It's easy from the commentary box.
Super easy from here. But when you're in that situation, you don't want to give up as a position. Those guys have been fighting so hard, trying to get back up, get in their track position.
And
safety car.
Car 410 on that replay as well. I have to see who that is, but he was barreling up the hill, and Jamie Davis just decided to turn out after the accident into the traffic and nearly took his teammate out. It was. Oof.
So we now have a very well. They've had a few battles this season, both Anderson and Davis. Never ended up like that, so that's unfortunate.
It is unfortunate
that it's ended up like that.
Yeah, I like watching Jamie Davis. It's exciting to watch, but I think you'll look at that back in reflection after a day or two and go, could have rolled out of the throttle on the grass.
Could have done that.
Yeah.
Yep.
There was definitely no angst between the two of them. It was fair racing. It was just a bit of bump and grind and try to give him some space, but get
ended up bringing the safety car out though. That has thrown the cat amongst the pigeons, because now we have different strategies, especially with pit stops and fuel strategy. It's going to really, these guys, this is where your crew chief comes in handy. We know Todd Hayne mentioned his, I think it was his brother, his crew chief. Yeah. He's going to be hard at work at the moment thinking, what am I going to do? I love this seat. I love it though. This really throws it up, because we've got, will guys stop? Tyres, new tyres. How much fuel will they take? Will some drivers try and stay out? Really opens things up.
they'll have the abacus out, thrashing it out, trying to think about the fuel burn and calculate.
And it's going to change on the run as well.
Oh,
Going to change
absolutely.
because obviously there could be another safety car as well, but also
19 laps to go.
You pit and risk coming out in the middle of the field and having to work your way through the cars with track position. Very hard track to pass on, but it's very hard to defend on as well. It's
Very
hard to
much
pass
so.
across the top, but if you don't have grip down the bottom, you've got no chance of being able to defend going into the final turn or turn 1 or Griffin's Bend. Just we'll have a look inside some cars and see if they're trying to fuel save. Of course, you'd be trying to fuel save no matter what at this point in time because you want to put as little amount of fuel in. So we've got Todd Hayne, second gear, but that can always be a little bit elusive. You don't know whether that's a true thing, but yeah, you can hear coast.
Yeah, lots of coasting going on. I'm just flicking through as well, just on the side. Lots of coasting going on.
Yeah, everyone's coasting. Everyone knows it. Even if you're trying to get to the end or you're just trying to short fill it as short as possible. Yeah, Alex Court on the clutch. It's even under safety car, these boys are still working. They're still working. They're still thinking. They've got everything. Yep. Oh, Sean's sort of on and off the accelerator there. Yep. Now on the clutch, posting down pit straight to turn 1. I think most of these guys will. If I was in their situation, I would definitely be trying to get to the end. I wouldn't want to risk going the pits again. But those cars, as we saw at the end of the first stint, they were sliding. Mistakes were happening everywhere. So easy to make a big mistake at Bathurst, top of the mountain with old tyres.
Oh, yep.
So Todd Hayne leading from Alex Court, Sean McNamara, Lasseth Leonage, Blake Warboys, Marty Hanson, Trent Gossley, Darren Caldwell, Wayne Taylor now up to 9th. He definitely took advantage of that incident between Davis and Anderson. Darren Caldwell, 8th position. Wayne Taylor, Kai Sloggett, Jacob Brewer into the 11th spot. Jason Davis, 12th.
Safety car lights out.
Let's go through the rest of the field as well while we're at it. So we got Jason Davis in 12th, Philip Peugeot 13th, Bidwell, Park, Byron, Ashley Davis, Urquhart, Barnes, Carthy DeCartier, Ewell, Campbell, Williams, Mulford in 24th, Brian Cooper, Tony Gaffer, Danny Vassell, Kyle Booth, Don Nicolaif. Kyle Booth's got 2 positions. Stephen Birchinall, 29th. Kyle Booth now down into 30th. Anderson, of course, one of the damaged cars. Davis, Riley Simon. They're our final 3 in 31st, 32nd and 33rd. Down the hill on lap 22, safety car lights are out. The commencement of racing at the end of this lap. Todd Hayne did a brilliant job that last safety car restart. He's getting a lot of practice at this now. I think this will be his 5th one in 3 races. So he probably due for a bad one, actually, Ben.
Well,
I don't think he's made a mistake on any of them so far. He's managed to hold his position.
He held the position and absolutely got the breaker as well.
He hasn't had Alex Court behind him at any of these points in time, though. So this is going to... Alex Court, he's a man on a mission tonight. He's moved his way up 4 positions. So he started 6th and now in 2nd. As we know, McNamara hasn't had the pace tonight in race conditions. Alex Court, we haven't really seen his full potential. Probably his best chance to show what he's got. He's a fast man around the mount.
Yeah, especially at the start. He's very good in those first few laps. He really gets onto it very quickly. So this will be very, very interesting to watch.
He has an uncanny feel for a fresh set of tyres or a cold set of tyres. Alex Court, I've raced against him a few. There goes the safety car, but he always extremely quick, out of the pits and on those first few laps of the race as well. So here we go. Pressure on Hayne. Out of the chase, the Armour All Bridge. Car into the pit lane.
Well, look at Alex right on the bumper.
And there he goes. Hayne accelerates into the braking zone. Cold tyres. Pretty much gets the apex. Accelerates well. That's done that well. Court stayed with him though. Court's done a good job. Better than what McNamara did on that first restart. But McNamara's done better than what he did on that first restart as well. And he's stuck with Court. Leonage is probably a little bit closer to McNamara. And Warboys is right there as well in the white with the racing stripes on it. Hanson, Gosling, Caldwell, Taylor, Sloggett. Todd Haynes done the job as well. Let's see if Court can stay with him. Nobody else has managed it tonight. Let's see if Court can do it though.
Todd Haynes just flogging it into the corner. He's absolutely had it up on 3 wheels going out there.
Track temperature down to 34 degrees now. We're racing at 4:45 in the afternoon. Track temperature coming down all the time, and this is going to change the handling characteristics of these cars. First time across the mountain, back under racing conditions. Todd Hayne using every bit of track, a little bit of curb as well. Skyline down the hill, uses the curb, up against the barrier, through the dipper.
Nice and smooth.
Under the power. McNamara's found a bit more pace this stint.
It looks like he has.
He was struggling that last stint, but it looks like he's staying right with Court at the point in time.
Yeah, Alex has gone a bit defensive there into the dipper. Might have just been the line he decided to take, but it looked like a little bit defensive. But Todd Hayne is he's continuing to put his stamp on this one. He's pulled away again. Not quite as aggressive as a gap as when he against McNamara a little while ago, but he's just pinching those rears going into the chase there.
Oh, they're all on the limit here.
Like a bit of a sniff.
These guys are pushing it hard. It's good racing. This is really good. These are fast guys on the limit. Are they fuel saving? I don't know. I'll have a look at the times. I'd say not, but that last lap time, Todd Haynes threw in 206.1.
Flat.
Yeah, Court with a 206.4. McNamara 206.4. Leonage 206.4. Warboys 206.7. Hanson 206.7. Gosling 206.6. So not much between any of these guys. They're all going for it, but they're all got a little bit of fuel saving going on as well. Who knows what's going to happen? You're going to have to watch this one to the end. Lap 24, 16 laps still to go. Uphill again into the cutting. Game of chess while you're racing on the limit. Thinking, strategizing, planning, driving a car.
Oof. On the limit too, across one of the most exciting tracks in Australia, our favourite. There's no two ways about it.
Well, there's a move. There's Marty Hanson's made a mistake. Marty Hanson's got pulled up. He's slow across the top. Hanson.
Oh no!
Has he damaged the car? It looks like yes, definitely left front.
Yeah, that's had a whack.
He's got to bring it down the hill and stay out of the way as well. It's always difficult to do. Drivers have got to be aware.
See if we can pick that up where that is. I think it's just across the top. Yeah, he's hit the inside and then ricocheted back off the
so easy to do off the curb. Easy to do off the curb. Clark with a big lock up as well at the elbow. Tony Clark here in 15th position. He's up 11 positions on the tail of Sean Pidwell. Right on the back of Pidwell here as they try and pass Hanson at the same time as trying to pull off a passing manoeuvre into the chase.
Oof.
Done well to keep that under control. So we got Pidwell. There's Peugeot going to the pits as well.
Yeah,
as
with
Hanson.
Marty. Yep.
Interesting strategies going there. Oh, and you can see Todd Hayne back at the front. Todd Hayne using a fair bit of curb there. Had to be progressive on the throttle. Court is definitely staying with Todd Hayne at this point in time. Todd Hayne, for the first time tonight, finds himself under pressure from behind.
I'm just having a back look. Trent Gosley doesn't have a bonnet, so that's exciting.
Not going to be very far. Was he involved with Hanson at all? He was following Hanson quite closely, so did he get a little bit of incidental damage?
I don't think so, but we'll have a look. I'll do a bit of a scan back through, guys.
Well,
and
maybe he
come
might
back
have
to let
been
you
involved in the Jamie Davis, James Anderson incident. He was close to that as well.
Because he's had a bit of a slower lap, that one.
Here between Pidwell, Siren, Barnes, Davis, Ashley Davis. Looks like Siren is a man. He's found a bit of pace as the track's cooled off. He's dabbing the brake there a little bit as he's following Pidwell. It's the top of the mountain, lap 25, 15 laps to go. Very eventful race so far. Getting very close to the fence as they crest Skyline down the hill again.
Yeah, Trent was involved in that little bit of an incident there back there with Hanson, and yeah, it's just taking the bonnet off. Yeah, that'll
okay. I wonder if he's still got his fast repair. It's going to compromise him in this stint, but if there's still going to be another pit stop, he'll be able to get that fixed in the fast repair.
Well, it'll be interesting to see what his time is now.
Right now.
Yeah, look at
208.0 on the last lap, so he's
that was the lap that
nearly
he
a
got
second
caught
and a
up on.
half. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. So well, I'll keep an eye on the next lap then.
Darren's
Yeah. Byron. The chase. Can't do it this lap. Oh, close though.
He's having a go. Oh,
Byron
he's got
did
a
well.
great exit. Great exit out of there.
Well, goes a little bit defensive, but those rears.
Gee, that was rears locked up like crazy. Oh, put the boot in on the tyre on the way out. Keep the pressure on.
Pidwell, Siren, Barnes. Barnes in the tank car behind. He's looking for a little bit of an opportunity here as well. These guys battling for 13th, 14th and 15th. Barnes is up 16 positions. He's made a massive move up through the field. Back on board Alex Court here. 7/10 behind Todd Hayne. Todd Hayne did a 206.3. Alex Court a 206.4. McNamara 206.5. Leonage a 206.7. Warboys a 206.7 on that last lap. We've had our race director JP saying he's been looking at the onboards and he reckons Todd Hayne's conserving fuel. True, he is a second off the pace compared to what he was doing earlier in the race, so that might be why Court's staying with him. Court runs a little bit wide there at the elbow.
Yeah, he's very keen. He's very, very keen to get this win. You can see that, and he'll be getting a sniff now. I don't blame him.
McNamara still in championship winning position here, though. Third position, that number 95 there. They're closing up. Warboys is closing up on Leonage. Warboys has been working his way up through the field. It hasn't been easy for him, but he's right on the back of Leonage now. Warboys in the 063 car. Yeah, Leonage has gone defensive. Final corner. Warboys having a look around the outside. Switches back to the inside, down pit straight. Alongside. Right side by side here. Trent Gosley's gone to the pits. Side by side, up mountain straight. Warboys, Leonage. Leonage holds on for now. Warboys back into the draft. Up the mountain straight, up towards Griffins.
Laz is making it around the outside.
Very hard to do around the outside. It is possible to do it though.
Jeez, they're
Gonna hang it there. Gonna hang it there.
He's out the marble.
Leonage holds on this lap. Losing a bit of time though, these guys. So Gosley made that pit stop. He's now down in 25th position. He's dropped down to 25th in front of Kyle Booth. In fact, I think Ashley Davis is pitted as well, so I see some strategies unrolling now, Ben. Going to be interesting to see what happens here.
Yeah, look at absolutely.
Pushing it to the limit. Caldwell, I did overhear him earlier in the oh no, yeah, thought he'd gone wide there. Looks like he might have damaged the right hand side of the car. Oh yeah, there's damage. That is big damage.
Oh dear.
Have to come into the pits at the end of this lap. Caldwell in 6th position. He's going to have to pit at the end of this lap. He's going to crab down the Conrod straight here. He's got Wayne Taylor behind him. Taylor's got to be aware that Caldwell's got a damaged car. He's going to find it hard to drive it straight down this bridge. Taylor pulls out alongside. Caldwell's got nothing to answer there.
Yeah, look, I mean, these cars, even if you scrape the wall at the speed they're doing, it can do some significant damage. He'll be disappointed with that.
Said he was going to leave it late before he started to push, and that might have been the time when he started to push, and the car just wasn't there when he needed it.
Yeah, it looked like it. Just having a quick look at the onboard, it looked like it was understeering for a couple of corners there. So, Todd Hayne leading, caught from McNamara, Leonage. McNamara seems to be happy just sitting where he is now. A lot of his competitors are now fallen by the wayside. The Caldwell and Davis and Anderson, Gosling, all coming, and Marty Hansen, all coming undone in the last 10 laps or so. So the competitors that McNamara had to worry about, taking valuable championship points off, sort of now fallen his way. The point where he would have to make a pretty big mistake to throw this championship away. Finds him. He's got a nice bubble around himself now, nice safety bubble. Port's second and 2 seconds up the road, and Leonage is 2 seconds behind him. And he would be feeling pretty comfortable about this. He'd love to win this race, obviously, but bigger picture, championship. Nationwide Tracking Systems V8 Evolution Champion. It's a nice little thing to have on your resume. Absolutely. It'd be a lovely thing to have on the resume, and just like a Bathurst win is as well too.
That's what Todd Hayne's thinking about. But Court's not going to give up. He's a super fast man around Bathurst. He's Alex Court. We've got fuel strategies. We've got potential safety cars. We've got tyres getting worn and abused, and track down to 33 degrees as well.
So how many laps have we got left? We've got 12. We've got about 11, 12 laps to go.
Yeah, 12 laps to go.
12 laps to go. We're going to have another stop for fuel.
I think so.
When will that stop be? Now, if there's fuel saving, it might be a splash and dash. Do they take tyres? Is there enough time to take tyres?
That's a very good point. I think tyres normally take about 7 to 8 seconds. So yeah, you might.
You're going to try and balance that with the fuel.
I think you would take the tyres. Oh, there's some going on here. I'm just looking at my display, and people are taking pits. That's why I can see a lot of movement on my timing tower, and a lot of cars have hit the pit lane now. We've got Sloggett, Taylor, Siren, Clark, Williams, all in the pits. And Malford in the pits as well.
They're going to have the fresh rubber. They're going to run it through. They're taking a bit of a gamble.
One thing I would be sure that McNamara would be happy to see that. McNamara would not want to have too many strange events or elements happening, and that might give him the freedom to make that pit stop if he needs it later in the race. And come out in a little bit of clearer air rather than right in the middle of a massive pack of cars. So that's opened up another strategy for McNamara. He's going to have to consider that now when he's going to come to the pits. And of course, Todd Hayne, Alex Court. Got a lot of things to consider here. A lot of things.
Todd Hayne was absolutely sideways, controlled sideways out of Forest Elbow there. Bloody fantastic.
0.4 of a second faster than Court on that last lap. Got the lead out to 1.9 seconds.
He's put the hammer down again.
Screaming down,
he's
Conrad.
Probably thinking about a pit stop soon then. Maybe putting the hammer down now, just saying, right, stretch it out. Let's get the pit stop done. And well, this is the other thing as well, Jamie. The guys will be thinking about, where do I come out? Do I come out in traffic? Where's the gap? Get my pit stop and get some clear air.
It's where it's handy to have that crew chief to do all the sums and the numbers, work out where you're going to come out. Leonage, and Warboys still battling away. Big battle, these guys. 4th position. Leonage, I think, just by the body language of the car, is finding those tyres starting to get a little bit slippery. In fact, Warboys is well and truly in the slipstream here. Leonage going defensive. Warboys tries again round the outside. Didn't work last time. Gonna work this time. Will he switch it back? Will Leonard get a nice run out of Griffins?
It's tough up
Not
there.
much room. There's not much room here. I took through the cutting. Offer some note in front. That's McNamara in front. He might have had a little bit of a brake lock. And not comfortable in that car, McNamara. It's obvious. He's normally a lot faster than this. He would normally be able to stay with the Todd Hayne. Not the form that Todd Hayne's been in the last few races, though.
That's true.
Could have been for Todd Hayne if he had been in this form earlier in the championship. He'd be leading it hands down. Boys, Leonage. Half a second between them, 4th and 5th. Down the hill again.
Here they go. Coming down to Forest Elbow.
Trickiest corner on the track, I reckon. Forest Elbow. Leonage locks it up. Left inside front. Abusing those tyres now. Leonage has got to be thinking, do I pit now? Do I pit at the end of this lap? It's only 0.3 of a second now. Back to Warboys. Hayne, Court, McNamara, Leonage, Warboys. Jacob Brewer's up to 6th now. Sean Pidwell in 7th. Up 11 positions. Ryan McCarthy, Descartier, up 24 position in 8th at the moment.
Wow, amazing drive. That is fantastic. Oh, look at this.
He's in the pits.
And Warboys into the pits together.
Todd Hayne stay out. Court stays out. McNamara stays out. Leonage and Warboys.
Warboys sideways behind him.
Battle in the pits. See what the crews. Who's got the quicker crew? Comes down to fuel. How much fuel do they put in? Do they change tyres? If I was Leonage, I'd definitely be changing tyres. Got to get the stops absolutely right. Looked like Warboys was a little bit tentative coming into his box. Leonage was a lot smoother into the box. Of course, you can see that Warboys had a blind entry. He couldn't really see because he had the damaged cars of Davis and who is that? Is that Simons? Is that Riley Simons? Leonage got the jump. His crew chuff's done a... Oh, look at that. Warboys has given up big time there.
Big jump there.
All that work, Warboys have done it for nothing now.
Yeah.
He's going to have a massive job to pull that gap back. He's only got 9 laps to do it.
He'll be dirty on himself.
Way down the hill. Todd Hayne. He's going to... Will Hayne come in at the end of this lap? That's the question. Court hasn't been able to stay with him. He's working those tyres, Hayne, as he exits the elbow.
And he loves it out of there. 2:06.8 last lap. It's still on it.
Both 2:06.8s. Back for the same time between Hayne and Court on that last lap. Hayne. Court pops up over the hill. Through the chase. Hard on the brakes. Turn it in. Keep it smooth. Power down. Ride a little bit of ripper slip on the left-hand side. And into the pits. Hits the lane. Court as well. Now let's see how these guys have done with their fuels. With their fuel sums and McNamara as well.
Yeah, follow the leader there for McNamara.
In that tricky pit lane. Got to pull that up before those yellow cones. McNamara does a very smooth job. They all pull it up in time. Don't want to get that 45-second stop and hold at the end of your service time. That will absolutely ruin your race. Court on the jacks perfectly. Here comes McNamara across the front. Hayne, McNamara at the front of the pit lane. McNamara's going to want to make up a little bit of time, but is he just playing for championship? Pidwell takes over the lead of the race. Caught, made up time there. Todd Haynes only got less than a car length, half a car length as they head up Mountain Straight. But Court will be in the tow. Court will be in the tow as they go up the hill. This is massive. No, he's probably not going to be close enough to challenge Griffins. McNamara's got a bit of traffic, but that's quickly sorted with. Nikolaev lets him through. And Leonage hasn't made up anything with the undercut. Leonage is Pidwell now leads the race. Pidwell now up the hill. Now Pidwell, he was an early stopper last week at Charlotte. Went the long stint at the end. He has now got a lead of, is it only 8 seconds?
8 seconds.
Yeah, that's not going to be enough, I wouldn't. 8 laps to go.
He's going to be
a couple of
laps.
Yeah, he's going to be hung out to dry. He'd have to drive a special. He would have to have a special race to be able to pull it off from here.
Yeah,
you can see.
Be a very defensive last 5 laps, I think.
Yeah, and it looks like his car's even carrying a bit of damage. Safety car. I've just heard from race control.
Kyle Booth.
Looking for Kyle Booth. I heard him talking to race control before. I'm not sure where he is on the track.
He's turn through 2, just after turn 2. Coming up the hill.
Turn 2.
Yeah.
Oh, gee, that's massive. That is a massive hit. No wonder why the safety car's been called.
Oh, wow. He's just run straight into the concrete barrier there.
It was all on his own, wasn't it?
So
Pidwell's pitting. What can Pidwell make of this situation? Will it see Alex Court? They're going to get the lead back. No doubt about that.
Well, Kyle Booth was right under the wing of Tim Mulford, and Tim Mulford's left at the last minute, just jutted out to and exposed the concrete barrier there. I think Kyle Booth will learn from that one. Oh dear. Yeah, it caught him napping, absolutely. Yeah.
Driving a bit blind. Following the car behind him.
Yeah. That would have shocked him, that one.
Well,
here we go.
Lap 32, so probably going to be there's the stricken car. Be a sprint at the end here. Todd Hayne caught McNamara. McNamara's going to have to feel pretty good about his championship chances here, but Todd Hayne is really having to work for this race win.
Yeah, Pidwell was leading. He's into the pits, hasn't he? So where has he come out?
Pidwell has come out in position 12 behind Trent Gossley and in front of Chris Barnes.
Okay, well, fresh tyres, the freshest of the bunch. And fueled obviously to the end. Look, obviously, it'll be definitely a top 10 on there for him, I think. He might even make his way up to a 5. If he's,
so we've got Todd Hayne leading from Alex Court, Sean McNamara, Lasseth Leonage, Blake Warboys, Wayne Taylor with a good drive, Jacob Brewer, and our teammate, Phase 4 Motorsports, Darren Caldwell is back up to 8th. Has he managed to get his car repaired? So that safety car has turned out very handy for Darren Caldwell.
Absolutely.
Although he's going to have the oldest tyres of the bunch here at the front. But from what could have been a pretty disappointing race, he's now back in the top 10.
He'll be happy with that. So is
Marty Hansen. Marty Hansen's in 9th. So these guys have had their second chance. Jason Davis in 10th, Trent Gossley in 11th, Sean Pidwell 12th, Barnes, Cooper, Mulford, Nikolaev, Siren, Clark, Gaffer, Campbell, Carthy, DeCartier, Williams, Davis, Newell, Birchenall, Urquhart, Vassell, Loggett, Peugeot, Kyle Booth, Anderson, Davis, Riley Simon. Lap. What lap are we on? Lap 30. Just about to end lap 32. So about to start lap 33. Is that right?
No, we're on lap 33 now.
Lap 33. Yeah. So it's going to definitely be a sprint to the end here. Car's going to do one more lap. Third safety car of the night, which sort of, it hasn't been that messy a race. You would expect with 3 safety cars, you would have thought it'd been a lot messier, but being up to now, it's been a pretty clean race. I haven't had.
Been, yeah. We haven't seen anything across the top, anything major across the top, have we?
No,
Which we see sometimes, but
no massive pylons, massive collisions between the half the field or anything like that. The guys have been pretty good. Just a few little incidents that are unfortunate spots, as we know, Bathurst, like a street track, super speedway. That's a hill climb track.
Absolutely, and the undulations of this track is what makes it all the exciting. The cars moving around underneath you while you're feeding it and floating it across the top. So exciting.
They just don't make tracks like this anymore.
I envy these guys at the moment. Be fantastic to be in the car.
Oh, yeah, it'd be good to be in that top 5 battling away for the lead at the end of this one. Especially if you've got a beautiful handling car like Todd Haynes at the moment.
Yeah.
He hasn't put a scratch on it all night. Don't want to jinx him. Don't want to put the mocker on him, but he has not put a foot wrong apart from the start.
And look, Alex Court's made up from starting 6th up to 2nd now, so it's an amazing, absolutely great drive. And sure, McNamara just coasting along basically in 3rd there, just thinking about the championship. I'm sure he's still working the wheel pretty hard to do that. It's not that easy. But he's got Laz there behind him. Blake Warboys, I think, could be rubbing his hands together with this restart.
So safety car's in at the end of this lap.
All right,
now
hang
track's
on.
down to 32 degrees. Time of day is... it's now 11 past 5 in the afternoon. 11 past 5 in the afternoon. Track down to 32. Air temperature 25. Tyres are nice and fresh. Going to be on for one and all. On for young and old. Todd Hayne led the majority of this race. Had pole position. Had the cleanest of starts. McNamara took off. Todd Hayne chased him down. Retook the lead back. Courts worked his way from 6th, 3rd row of the grid. 2nd position. McNamara started on the front row. Had the lead early. Now back to 3rd. Just protecting his championship position. Leonage behind him. Leonage got his teammate in front of him. Now, I know Leonage is a very, very clean driver. You would not find a cleaner, more honest driver out there, I believe. But championship on the line here, and if you're fighting for a 3rd position on the race, you've got nothing to lose here. You've got nothing to lose if you're Leonage. Why not put your nose in there? Why not put your nose in there? McNamara is the man with everything to lose.
Put it in.
You've got to do it, Leonage. You've got to do it. Alex Court will be saying, mate, do it.
Do it.
Push him.
Here we go.
Here's the restart. Here's the restart. Todd Hayne takes control of this race. He has not put a foot wrong on any of these restarts. Court's right with him. Breathing the exhaust fumes. Todd Hayne saves it this time. Doesn't accelerate into the braking zone. Hard on the power. Looking for grip.
Alex cost himself there on that ripple strip.
Court did not get a great start there. McNamara's right with him. Leonage right with McNamara. 2nd, 3rd and 4th all together. McNamara's pulled alongside Court. Court and McNamara side by side. Mara's in the worst position there. He backs out of it early. Going to probably protect himself from Leonage here. back. Both Court and McNamara go defensive, but Leonard stays right over the right-hand side. War Boys, a couple of cars. Oh, Court's ran wide there. Court's right out there.
Sideways.
McNamara's in an awkward position now. He doesn't know what to do. Whether he goes around the outside of the cutting, and he's going to. Leonard is pushing him. Leonard gives him a little tap in the cutting. That was very interesting. And War Boys is right on the back of Leonard now. Court made a little mistake. Back McNamara up into Leonard. Leonard and McNamara now backed up into War Boys. Wayne Taylor right behind as well. Mara's hoping this opens up a little bit. He doesn't feel a little bit nervous, a little bit under threat at this point in time. Wants this gap to open up. Court needs to stay with Todd Hayne. If he's going to win this championship, he has to pass Todd Hayne. Todd Hayne's looked invincible today. He's doing everything he can do. Todd Hayne has done everything he can possibly do to win this championship, let alone win this race. Hayne, Court, McNamara, Leonard, War Boys, Taylor, Brewer, Caldwell, Hanson. Through the chase. Lap 35. Leonard onto the back of McNamara. Battle. This is the interesting battle. And War Boys goes to the pits. War Boys to the pits. That's an interesting... he's black flagged actually. War Boys has been black flagged. He's serving the penalty now for a black flag. That's ruined his race. War Boys has worked hard. And look at the battle down the pit lane. It looks like saw a bit of a battle down pit straight then. Background is
Marty Hanson on Darren Caldwell.
Caldwell just hasn't come to grips with the car today. See there, the massive amount of understeer they go through as he goes through the cutting. And he's on older tyres, of course. He had to pit after he had that incident across the top. But he's on older tyres than anyone around him now. He's going to have to work hard to keep in this top 10. 7th position at the moment. Marty Hanson in 8th, all over the back of him. So Todd Hayne, second faster than Alex Court on that lap. And, McNamara another half a second slower. Leonard was about the same speed as McNamara on that last lap. Wayne Taylor matching Leonard. Jacob Brewer just fractionally faster than Taylor. But yeah, they've worked hard, these guys, in this race. Now lap 36. Todd Hayne's done everything right.
He's the man to beat at the moment, and certainly at this stage, is going to be a worthy winner. He's just absolutely dominated this race so far. Let's not put the commentator's curse on him just yet, though. Caldwell in front of Hanson. Heard from race control that it would be a timed race at this point in time as well. Not sure how much time we've got left. We've been racing now for 1 hour, 29 minutes. Race has got 2 hours, so we should get the full race distance in the 40 laps. We're on now lap 37. Todd Hayne leads. 1.3 seconds. Alex Court, McNamara another second back. Leonard. How close to Leonard is? As we're looking right now, he's pretty close to McNamara. 0.8 of a second. Tenths of a second as they come into the cutting. He's nibbling away.
McNamara's done all he needs to do. Would have loved to have won the NTS Bathurst 250.
Todd Hayne is absolutely throwing this car around. He is sideways out of the quarries. He's just playing with it on the throttle.
He's got a massive amount of confidence in that car.
I know. He's loving this setup. I don't know if you're on him at the moment. He'll probably get sideways coming out of the Forest Elbow. He loves doing that. Exciting to watch.
So Leonage all over the back of McNamara. They come down the hill on the 37th lap. McNamara.
Yep.
Pretty sure it was a bit hard to tell, but yeah, I think all the front cars took tyres.
Yeah, all the front guys took tyres. They were on the jacks.
So McNamara hasn't been comfortable all race. He led early days, but that lead was quickly shrunken by Todd Hayne. And Court was quickly back up to pass him as well. Leonage just hasn't had the pace to pass McNamara, but Leonage should be pretty keen on a top 3. Had a couple of podiums this season. Be complaining with a top 3 podium position in the NTS Bathurst 250. Hayne, Court, McNamara, Leonage. Oh, Leonage just trying to get the power down, leaving Hill Corner. Trying to get a run on McNamara. Still 0.7 of a second behind. I get it done this lap 38. So Hayne only fractionally fast. Well, Court was fractionally faster than Hayne on that last lap, but only like 0.03 of a second between them.
McNamara up on the ripple strips there sideways.
Oh, McNamara. These guys are all still pushing hard. Very easy to make a mistake. McNamara, Leonage off the curb. Across the top, uses a lot of curb on the inside.
McNamara might be in a bit of a fuel save here. We might be seeing a bit of a fuel save episode here from McNamara.
McNamara still has the luxury of finishing 4th and would still win the championship. I'm pretty certain about that. Leonage.
Oh, Leonage, yeah. Look at that. Got the bit of a tank slapper on. That would have been an underpants moment.
Oh, and then I think he's tapped the inside wall there on that elbow. Yeah, I heard a little crunch through the audio, so he's got a little bit close to the apex there. Won't do too much damage, but it's certainly slowed him down. He's lost that pressure that he had on the back of McNamara, and McNamara breathes a sigh of relief. And that was Court there. Jumped to Court then. He's using a lot of curb through the chase. Trying his best. See the car squirming under brakes. Court. He was 1/10 slower on that lap than Todd Hayne. Todd Hayne now, lap 39.
2 to go.
He's so close now, Todd Hayne. He can feel it. Bathurst 250, Nationwide Tracking Systems. Crown and the jewel, the Nationwide Tracking Systems V8 Evolution Championship. This is the one everyone wants to win. Todd Hayne, he's in the position everyone wants to be in. Super form at the end of this championship. Dominated Charlotte. Apart from his poor start, he's dominated tonight's race. Oh, look at that.
Oh, sideways across the top there. Still pushing.
10 kilometres to go in this race, and he's still on the limit. Look at that. Leonage has also made up ground again onto the back of McNamara's. Half a second in that gap again. Hayne, Court, McNamara, Leonage, Wayne Taylor with a great drive in 5th. Brewer in 6th.
Stephen Birchall's just asking for a tow.
Oh,
he's on his roof. Call. He's on his roof into the turn 2.
That's going to be a hard call for race control. Now.
They've towed him. They won't do that now.
Okay. Yeah, no safety car for National on his roof.
It was a...
Todd Hayne breathes a sigh of relief.
Here we go.
Coming into the final lap. One lap and 1 corner to go. Port's in distance. He's in Hayne makes the smallest mistakes. Court's going to be there. Hayne, Court's had a brilliant drive up from 6th. Todd Hayne led most of the race. Court was fractionally faster on that last lap than Todd Hayne. Todd Hayne, he has had to push the whole way. He hasn't had it easy. And of course, they've still got the cool down lap as well.
Oh, Todd Hayne on the rears coming into the second corner there.
All the curb on the exit, the Griffiths up the cutting.
Still on it.
And he's got to be, because Court and Caldwell and Hanson. 7th and 8th. Caldwell wants to hold on to that 7th position. Hanson's pushing him. Todd Hayne and Alex Court. 1.3 seconds. Todd Hayne still using every bit of engine. 3rd and a 2nd. Through the dipper. Oh, right up against the concrete. Court's not making this easy for Hayne. Drive from Court. Hayne on the rears. Into the elbow. Floors it down Conrad. Court's still with him. Todd Hayne now realises one more big braking section into the chase and then one more big braking section into the last corner, and it's going to be his. Get this right. Pulls the car up.
He's looking good.
Hits the apex.
Beautiful.
To the right. A little bit of curb on the left-hand side. One more corner to go. Todd Hayne. And he's going to do it. Here he comes out of the lake.
Todd Hayne.
Todd Hayne, champion of the Nationwide Tracking Systems Bathurst 250.
Well done, lads. Great racing.
1.3 seconds back to Alex Court. And there's our Nationwide Tracking Systems V8 Evolution champion, Season 2. John McNamara, number 95 Sim Sport Racing. He's your champion. Followed by Leonage, Wayne Taylor, Jacob Brewer, Caldwell holds on to 7th, Marty Hanson 8th, Jason Davis 9th, Trent Gosley 10th.
Wow. How's that for a finish?
What a drive by Todd Hayne. Court kept him honest.
He certainly did. He worked his way up.
Made him work for it.
He worked his way up there, and you know, Todd Hayne, to his credit as well, there was 3 safety cars through that race, and each time it was about a nearly 2-second, 3-second gap that he lost. So he's done a fantastic job to maintain that from some serious pressure from the boys. And our champion, McNamara, for the title. How good's that in P3?
Well, couple of blokes up in the commentary booth called that at the start of the race.
Had a few pineapples on that one.
So as they crossed the finish line, it was Todd Hayne after 250 kilometres of Mt Panorama. Number 1, numero uno as he crossed the line. Brilliant drive, Todd Hayne. Alex Court pushed him all the way, 1.3 seconds back. John McNamara, our champion. Back in 3rd, 3.7 seconds behind. Lasseth Leonage right on his tail, 0.3 second behind. Wayne Taylor up 9 positions in 5th. Jacob Brewer up to 6th position. Aaron Caldwell, 7th, down 3 positions from his starting position. Marty Hanson in 8th. Jason Davis 9th. Gosley 10th. Chris Barnes up 20 positions from his starting position. Brian Cooper up 16. Tim Mulford with a great drive in 13, up 12. Ben Siren, Sean Pidwell, Tony Gaffer up 17 positions. Mitch Campbell, Tony Clark, Dean Williams, Blake Warboys after that late black flag, and his 20th position. Blake Urquhart, Craig Newell, 22nd. Ryan Cartier, he was 23rd. Stephen Burchenal managed to finish 24th, even though he finished the race on his roof. Bassel, 25th. Ashley Davis, Philip Peugeot, John Nikolaev, Kai Sloggett, Kyle Booth, James Anderson, Jamie Davis, Riley Simon. That was for 33rd and last position. Here's Todd Hayne. He's going to do a burnout. Bit of practice of this the last couple of races. Oh, what do you reckon? It's a nice way to start it.
I like it. I like the old speed burnout.
There, bit of drifting.
Oh,
Got close to the super cheap auto.
Oh.
And started off well. Faded pretty quickly.
Yeah, I think
But he'd be a tired man after 40 laps.
Yeah, here comes McNamara for his championship burnout as well.
All right, number 95. 95 Sims Sports.
He's
Lights
into
him
it.
Up.
He's into it. Nice smoky start.
Light donut.
Nice. Yeah,
Very crispy donut there.
done a great control. That is fantastic.
Very happy man. Very happy man, Sean McNamara. What a relief.
I bet he's got the arm out the window doing that one.
I can see his elbow from here.
Yeah.
And that's what he was. That's what he was
Very
racing for
impressive.
tonight.
Yeah.
That's job done. That's what he come here for, McNamara.
Done a sensational job and a sensational burnout. Probably one of his best.
Brilliant series, Sean McNamara. I'm just going to have a look back at his. He won, of course, starting the series off. Alex Court won at Zolder, then won at Interlagos. Then McNamara got his first win in round 3 at Road America. Then Alex Court won at Mossport. And then it was Jamie Davis at Silverstone. Then Sean McNamara with 3 wins in a row at Alton Park, Virginia, Okayama. Then Court fought back at Phillip Island. McNamara at Monza. Then Imola, we had the absolutely unbelievable race where Jason Davis won. Charlotte was Todd Hayne, and the final at Bathurst, Todd Hayne. So Sean McNamara, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wins for the series.
Wow, that's that consistency piece, isn't it? It's a well-deserved win, but amazing driving right through the season. I think it's been an epic championship, and I think big congratulations again to NTS Nationwide Tracking Systems for their support.
Awesome.
Absolutely, it just doesn't happen without those guys. A Brucey Raceware, Track Racer, Dripping Pates Graphic, Race Management Services, Coglan Engineering, and Track Cams for Gourmets. Talk to these winners.
Alex Court, I think, would be. Sure, Alex. All right, Sean McNamara's in the booth.
Sure, McNamara, congratulations, P3, but the championship is what we're all talking about. Awesome stuff, mate.
Thank you very much, guys. Thank you very much.
Feel?
Pretty chuffed. Pretty anxious. Everyone kept bloody crashing and calling safety cars. But no, that was absolutely brilliant. But well done to Todd tonight and Alex. I mean, it's kind of fitting the top 3 end up on the podium and at Bathurst. So well done to Todd for a great season and Alex. And before we get anywhere, I just want to thank the entire series and JP and you guys and the race control and everything. It's just been a stellar season. It's been brilliant to be a part of.
Yeah, well said, mate. It's been well organised. It's been a well organised racing. But mate, you're the man of the hour, and we were just running through the season. 5 wins this season for yourself, mate. That's how you start to cement. The journey towards getting to a position where you go to the likes of Bathurst with double points and have that luxury of not having to fight for the win to really secure it. So we could see you being I suppose a little bit more cautious than we have in the past. Let a couple go past there, and
Yes,
obviously
absolutely.
being smart, racing smart. Jamie and I sort of talked about that in the broadcast, and probably one of the sickest burnouts I've seen in a Mustang for a long time, mate. Well done, awesome stuff. You've done us proud.
I've had some failures this year, so I'm glad that one worked out.
I wasn't going to talk about those. We worry about the last one, so that was a good one.
You might not have beat Todd tonight, but you beat him in the burnout.
Well, I was trying to meet up with him, and then I heard him say he was towing. But it's kind of funny. Like, I did take it easy, but then I had a brain snap after that last safety car and decided to go side by side with Alex into the cutting.
Don't think we were on board.
Yeah, we were a little bit nervous for you there, Sean. It was a sticky situation. You had lots of PNRs right on your tail and you're alongside Alex Court, and those two boys weren't going to make it easy for you.
No, Laz was he was fighting the whole. I think the middle stint. It's like his tyres went off, but that last stint he was pushing bloody hard. So
yeah, he was on.
That was it was really really good fun, and what a great way to finish off the season with a podium and at a cracking track like this. Absolutely love it.
Yeah, absolutely. It's the one. It's the best one on the calendar, the series. I think it's our favourite as well. Mate, awesome stuff. Chance to sort of thank sponsors, etc., mate.
Yeah, of course. First up, I just want to thank the 95 SimSport team for pulling together as we did. It's been really, really good, and of course, Racecraft. We've got some new sponsors on board. So Racecraft Simulations, SRT Australia, Racing Ears Custom Ear Protection, and the old faithfuls, Jeremy Murphy Photography and 2 Meter Race Engines, and Velocity Motorsport Magazine. And again, just a big thanks to the entire series.
Well done, mate. Sean. Congratulations again. Awesome. I think, that trophy's on its way.
I'm going to go crack a beer.
Yeah, bloody oath. Well done, mate. Well deserved.
Cheers. Thank you, guys.
No worries. Okay. Alex P2, congratulations, mate. You were fighting like a terrier who didn't want to let go of the bone, mate. It was amazing.
Yeah, thanks, guys. It's a good way to finish the season.
Well, it was a cracking season, mate. We were just running through the results, and you had. I'll have to be corrected here by Jamie, but I think you had 2 or 3 wins. Four wins, throughout the season. Always up there, a couple of niggles along the way, mate. With as things happen over time. But I was, as we all were, highly impressed with the result and the race tonight. I think P6
pushed Todd Hayne to the limit tonight. You really made him earn that one, and
really pushed him at the end there, mate. So congratulations, great result, P2. Super year, mate, and. Well done. That's awesome.
Thank you. Yeah, those couple of bad races there really hurt me in the end. So, but you learn from those mistakes, and I plan to come back stronger next season.
Yeah, that's the way to do it, mate. Well, the only thing you get from looking backwards is a sore neck, mate. So don't worry about those. You keep looking forward. I stole that off Dick Johnson, by the way, that quote. So don't credit me for that one. But but that drive tonight, though, mate, that was highly impressive. You're on the limit all the way, and it's hard work doing it around Bathurst. So well done, mate. It was great. It was entertaining to watch. I'm sure you'll sit back and enjoy the broadcast.
Sure will.
Excellent, mate. Sponsors, anybody you'd like to thank, mate?
First of all, Nationwide Tracking Systems, Goodyear, Autocare, Warana, Track Racer, Abruzzi Raceware, Cars for Hope, Racing with Autism, and Racing with Autism Australia. Like to thank also Race Control for all their help, time, dedication put into the series. You guys, the commentators, JP for all his hard work behind the scenes. I'd also like to thank my wife, Fiona. The amount of time that I've spent away from her these last 13 weeks has been a lot. My family, and also all the boys at JP Simshed for the help and support throughout the series. It's been awesome.
Good on, Alex. Good on.
Well done, mate. Well done, mate.
Oh, and
excellent
also
stuff.
Congratulations to Sean on the championship as well. Can't forget that.
No, mate.
You pushed him all the way, Alex. It didn't have a luck didn't go your way in a certain amount of those races, but you showed your true character. You showed how fast you are. You'll be back up the top again next season. There's no doubt about that.
That's the plan.
Awesome, mate. Well done.
All right.
And congratulations again, mate. Great result.
Thank you. Cheers.
Good season, Alex.
Cheers.
The winner, Todd Hayne. Congratulations, mate. What a race. You absolutely dominated that. Anytime anybody got close to you, you just pulled away and at the end there, just sort of let that go sideways across the top and out of Forest Elbow, mate. We were getting a bit panicky. Congratulations, mate. How good was that?
Thank you. Yeah, no, that was a good race. Pretty intense there at the end with Alex. They were qualifying lap after lap, but no, it was a good fun race.
Clearly had a handle on the setup, mate. A fair bit of practice leading up to Bathurst.
Yeah, I put the most practice in all season at Bathurst, so
yeah.
That's
the one we all love. Isn't it?
Absolutely.
Yeah, no, it was impressive to watch, and the gap, like he'd be out. I think I say in the broadcast 2-3 seconds. A safety car, bring it back. Great start, smooth. Just you could really see the focus in the way the car was entering and exiting those corners, mate. Really, really impressive. Well done. Great result. And I'll be honest with you. You either win the championship or you win Bathurst, mate. They're right up there. So that's a cracking result. Yeah, bloody awesome.
Yeah, no, it was definitely a good win to get. I enjoyed that one. Well done to Sean and Alex. That was ripper season. They've driven really well.
Yeah, mate. Awesome stuff. Anybody you would like to thank? Sponsors, etc.
Absolutely, mate. Big thanks to Bow Repairs in Mackay, Pat Junior Racing and Race Management Services. Also, big shout out to the major sponsor of the series, MTS, and JP, Race Control, everyone involved in the series. It's been really good fun.
Did you have your brother crew chiefing for you again tonight?
Nah, he nicked off on me tonight. he had other arrangements, but he was on the phone to my spotter, so he was trying.
Yeah, well, you would have had a fair bit to consider there with those safety cars, and I think you hit every single restart. You did not make a mistake on any of those restarts. The only start you didn't get right was the one off the grid.
No, I have hardly got one of them right all season, so surprised. But
I thought McNamara might have been pulling away from you when you were stuck behind Leonage earlier in the race, but that ultimate race pace just was pretty obvious and self-evident when you got past Leonage and you just dragged McNamara back in.
Yeah, I sort of had the win it or bin it mentality for that one, so I'm glad it come off the way it did, because it could have been a lot worse.
It was very impressive, mate. It was very impressive to watch. We were, with the first stint, I actually say through the broadcast, I thought you were running light on fuel the way you were just pulling away. So clearly, I got that wrong because everyone stopped when you did, and around sort of lap 12 or 13, I think it was, which would be right on the limit with the fuel burn anyway. So very impressive, awesome stuff, mate.
Yep. Thank you very much, Lee.
No worries. Enjoy.
Back wins, Charlotte and Bathurst. You'll be the man to beat next season as we head into round one.
I don't know about that, but we'll give it a go.
Sounds good. I'm already looking forward to it. Well done, mate. Enjoy a couple of quiet ones.
Will do. Thank you.
Beautiful.
Well done, Todd. Well done, Ben.
Well done, Jamie. Well done, JP, as well, for putting on a fantastic show. I think just another final shout out to our major sponsor, Nationwide Tracking Systems, for their support throughout the season, and obviously Abruzzi Racewear, Track Racer, Dripping Paints Graphics, Race Management Services, Coglin Engineering, and Track Cams for Gourmets. I'm going to need a lie down after that, mate. That's worn me out. Yeah. I was thinking about the official race next. I'm going to have to give that a miss.
You got a couple of weeks to rest up, and then we're back into it again.
Away we go.
Season 3. We'll be at Road America for the first round of the Nationwide Tracking Systems. They've stuck with us. Our sponsors have stuck with us for another season. And
Fantastic.
we'll be seeing you in a couple of weeks' time.
Yep. Excellent, mate. Well done, Jamie. Great season, and always a pleasure to be in the commentary box with you, mate.
I've enjoyed it. It's been a good first season. Started off a bit slowly, but we've warmed up into it.
Yeah. Just wait till next season. They won't even know what hit them.
Absolutely. Good stuff, man.
All right. All right.
Congratulations again to Sean McNamara, our champion for season 2 of the Nationwide Tracking Systems V8 Evolution Championship at here at JP Simshed Broadcasts. We'll see you for next season.
Adios.